Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around, spread it around, spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And I'd like to remind everybody this is episode number 512, episode number 512 for the folks that are keeping track. And I'd like to remind everybody, you know, we've been banned on Twitter for creating the term pothole. We've obviously been ostracized from Facebook and all the other mainstream social media. Spread this link around like wildfire and let everybody know that we're live right now. Spread it around like wildfire. And, by the way, if you have not done so, please follow me on Gab, folks. Probably one of the last bastions of free speech on any kind of social media platform. You can follow me and you can get to Gab by typing in your browser right now, gab.ai, and you can follow me on that social media under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, and I am verified on there, folks. You understand? I am verified, so there ain't no mix-ups like there are on other social media sites, and that's my only social media presence. If you see anybody representing me anywhere on the internet on any social media, it's an outright lie. Now, with that being said, folks, I want to talk about a few things today. We're going to discuss, obviously, the downturn in cryptocurrency that I prognosticated last Monday. Baby, making money, that's what I do. That's what people need to understand. And once we get over the crypto and the stocks financial first hour, we're going to go ahead and talk about President Trump news in the second hour. I'm going to have an extensive conversation about sexual harassment, and I'm going to give perspective on gentlemen that are out there that are having trouble interacting with women. They feel like they can't meet women, and I don't know, they feel that the other alternative is to do a Louis C.K., hang out with your wang out and just start waxing your carrot in front of a woman, and they're just supposed to just, I don't know. But we're going to have an extended talk about that. We're going to talk also about why is everybody spurging out. Why is everybody spurging out about net neutrality? We're going to talk about that third hour. We're going to get into some international news. What's happening with Brexit? Is it going to happen? I don't think so. In the third hour, we're going to talk a little bit about Turkey, Iran signing a deal with Qatar, which is very interesting. We're going to get into some Saudi Arabian news. Once again, we talked about it last Monday, slavery in Libya, and now all of a sudden it's all over the mainstream media. So you heard it here first. Benghazi, we're going to talk about that, and I think that should do it. Maybe if we have time, we can get some other things, but Anyway, let's go ahead and talk crypto, shall we, folks? All right. Now, what did I tell each and every one of you last Monday? I said that the next time that we discuss or we talk or I have a broadcast, which is today, right now, this Wednesday, at this very second, 11/29/2017, 6:35 p.m. Central Standard Time, I said that the next time we speak together, we will see a contraction in the cryptocurrency markets. And by God, take a look at the cryptocurrency markets and take a look at all the bloody red that's happening in the cryptocurrency markets right now, folks. Now, I want to be honest with you. This is why we're taking a downturn, and we have to go and point to the culprit who, for whatever reason, continues to want to out-fork itself out of legitimacy, and I'm talking about Bitcoin, all right? Now, folks, I did say last Monday that we would see a run on Bitcoin Gold because, you saw the same run on Bitcoin Cash. We've talked about the civil war happening between the Bitcoin investors trying to kind of recreate a new standard outside of Bitcoin. Because right now, folks, when you talk about cryptocurrency, the top of mind is Bitcoin. That's what's on top of everybody's mind. And the Bitcoin investors actually want to have more control than they do over Bitcoin. And they have that leverage with Bitcoin Cash. And they also have that leverage with Bitcoin Gold, folks. But you see, man, this is why I just do not trust these Bitcoin people. When I suggested that we were going to see a run on Bitcoin Gold, I had no idea, no goddamn idea, that they're going to hard fork again. They're going to hard fork again. If you haven't heard, folks, yeah, they're going to hard fork again. All right, this time it's going to be Bitcoin Diamond. I mean, what? What are you Bitcoin morons doing? How many forks? How many forks do you have there, Bitcoin? I mean, every time you put out a hard fork, you're forking me. Your hard forking me will fork you. Fork you, goddamn Bitcoin, you piece of crap. I'm not joking around. I'm not kidding, man. I'm not joking around. Yeah, hard fork. Yeah, hard fork me. Yeah. Every time you have a hard fork, Bitcoin, your hard forking me will fork you. Fork goddamn you. Fork you. Give it a mind. I'm telling you, Bitcoin, you're gonna hard fork me. Fork you. Fork goddamn you. Look, I'm sorry that I'm getting a little upset about this, but how many forks are there going to be in Bitcoin, folks? That's why I'm saying I'm very suspect. Now, I stayed up pretty late in the evening with the Inner Circle because we were monitoring the Bitcoin situation. And let me tell you, everyone that's in the Inner Circle now is straight serious crypto investors, man. Collectively, the Inner Circle is a whale. You know, we combine our crypto net worth together and we make money moves. You understand? And most of us are considerably crypto rich, to say the least, because of the moves that we've made on a collective basis, for a lack of a better term. Now, when monitoring this Bitcoin situation, we saw that Bitcoin kept going up and up and up. All right. Now, some of us thought that the top, the absolute top, was going to be about 10.5, 10.7. Some of us said it was going to be 11,000. And once we went past the 10.7 mark, that's when we started basically entertaining the idea that it's going to be 11,000 contraction point. And that's exactly what happened, folks. If you were up around maybe 1, maybe 12 a.m., midnight last night, you would have seen that once Bitcoin hit $11,000, a massive sell-off ensued. a massive sell-off. And no one really knew where to put the capital. No one really knew where to put their liquidity. And because of that, it spooked the altcoin markets, not to mention the rumors of the new hard forks that are coming in for Bitcoin. Definitely spooking the markets, folks. And as a result, you're seeing a massive contraction all across the board. So once again, you can thank Bitcoin and all the hard forks for all this. These guys are hard forking everything. They're hard forking this. Hey, Bitcoin, fork you, all right? Fork you, asshole. Now, with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and talk about cryptocurrencies right now, because I'm sure everybody's gums are bleeding. Because as I stated, we were going to see a contraction today. You can look back in the archive. I said this past Monday. All right, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I said the next time we speak together, we are going to see a contraction in the market, and that's exactly what we're seeing here today. Let's get to Bitcoin first, okay, folks? Now, once again, the Inner Circle and myself were monitoring the Bitcoin rise and saw the instantaneous fall once it hit 11,000. And once it hit 11,000, we saw it contract very dramatically. It got as low as at about 9,500, 9,400 in some markets. It is now stabilized a little above 10,000. So let's go ahead and get to it. And it's major volatility going on in all Bitcoin coins right now, all of them. Major volatility. Let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin, symbol BTC. Current market cap for Bitcoin is $170 billion market capitalization. Current circulating supply for Bitcoin is 16.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up miraculously, 0.46%, modestly, but still somewhat up. Now, once again, folks, we saw it midnight last night at about 11,000. Once it hit 11,000, it contracted dramatically, went down to as low as 9,400. Right now, the current price is $10,176.40 per Bitcoin. Now, let's get to Bitcoin Cash, shall we? Seeing a contraction in Bitcoin Cash as well. Seeing contractions all across the board except for one coin, actually two coins that yours truly has always suggested to go to during times of this capacity. When you see major contractions like this, because as I stated, what did I tell you about the cryptocurrency market? It's fickle. I mean, really, what comprises the majority of the cryptocurrency market are a bunch of dorks that literally have no idea what investing is. Once they see any kind of negativity, these ballless dorks, these computer nerds, they see negativity and they're like, "Oh my God, dude, it's red. I gotta move my crypto. I don't know what to do, dude." I mean, literally, that's how they react. And the proof is in all the double-digit negativity percentage-wise all across the board in the crypto markets. So let's get to Bitcoin Cash, symbol BCH. All right, current market capitalization for Bitcoin is $23 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin Cash is 16.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Cash has gone down 8.35% decrease in a 24-hour period. The current price for Bitcoin Cash, symbol BCH, current price, $1,417.43 per Bitcoin Cash. Very volatile out here, very volatile. Now, since we're covering the Bitcoin coins, let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin Gold, folks, all right? Bitcoin Gold. I mean, let me tell you something, man. I mean, how many more hard forks are these Bitcoin assholes going to have? I mean, they're hard forking us to death. I mean, hey, Bitcoin, fork you, man, fork you. Let's get to Bitcoin Gold, all right? BTG is the symbol. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin Gold is $5 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin Gold is 16.6 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Gold has gone down 7.27% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Bitcoin Gold, symbol BTG, current price $305.67 per Bitcoin gold. Now, let's go ahead and get to one of the coins I always say seems to rise whenever things seem to be going down in the market. And I'm talking about Dash, folks. Have you taken a look at Dash, symbol DASH? What have I told you about Dash? I like Dash. I've liked Dash for a variety of different capacities. First of all, quick transaction time. Secondly, low circulation. A lot of reasons why liking Dash is something that is somewhat attractive. Aside from that, the investors like this in downturns. This is definitely a downturn coin. And what did I tell you about Dash? That I wouldn't be surprised to see Dash at $1,000 a coin by early next year. And we're on the trajectory for that. Let's go ahead and get to Dash, DASH. Current market capitalization for Dash is $5.4 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply, get this, very low circulation, 7.7 million in circulation for Dash. In the past 24 hours, it's one of the few greens in the big board right now. In the past 24 hours, Dash has gone up 13.28% increase in a 24-hour period. Now, what have I told you, folks? Now, I want to be honest with you. One thing that I started seeing before this contraction that happened today, I started seeing a gradual increase in Dash because prior to this, folks, yesterday it was altcoin heaven. I mean, every altcoin was up. I mean, some altcoins were up double digits. I mean, people were making small fortunes in crypto. But what have I told you? You've got to take the liquidity that you make during the up times, move it to somewhere that's long-term and that either doesn't move or potentially increases during down times. That's the objective of crypto. That's how you're going to stay crypto rich in this game. Do you understand me, boys and girls? That's why I have always suggested, I have seen a pattern with Dash. I mean, I'm literally feeding you guys information here that no one is telling people, all right? I understand how to identify patterns and trends and different types of things, indicators that will tell an investor and a speculator where to put the money. And that's why I've always suggested that Dash is something to go to when it comes down to a contraction in the market. Moreover, I think it's a good growth crypto. I think that it's still undervalued. I think that it's still got some room to grow at this rate. And the current price for Dash, DASH, $710.51 per Dash. I mean, good God! What did I tell you all about Dash? That's why I'm saying, folks, everybody out there across the internet's claiming to be some crypto expert. They don't know shit from Shinola. Excuse my French. All right? I mean, baby, making money is what I do. That's why I'm saying each and every one of you listening to this first hour of this broadcast, and all you're doing is waxing your carrot and not doing a goddamn thing with this information, you are doing yourself a disservice, and you've got nobody to blame for being a loser in the future than yourself. I mean, I'm sitting over here giving you millions of dollars of information, and it's up to you to go do something about it. I'm just saying. I'm trying to plant seeds. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to plant capitalist seeds out here. Hopefully, some of them actually come up and raise up to be strong trees, and maybe some of them won't. Maybe they'll be, pieces of the dirt. Who knows? All right. Anyway, once again, I told you all about Dash. Hopefully, just hopefully, some of you all entertained that. Now, I'm going to jump to the coin that yours truly has a vested interest in, that is the official spokesman for, and I'm talking about 42 coin, folks, symbol 42. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because what have I told you about 42 coin? The same thing as with Dash. It's a safety haven. It's a hedge against these types of contractions. Every time there's been any kind of a contraction in the market, 42 coin has been up. Same as Dash. These are the types of coins that people need to look towards to hedge their liquidity that they make during the up times. Do you understand me, folks? This is currency that you're dealing with here. This is money. Money never sleeps. It's not a stock. The stock market opens and closes. This is currency. It is always moving up and down. So when you have a good piece of liquidity, you're holding something like you morons that were holding Cardano, and we're going to talk about Cardano's pump in a second. For all those folks that were holding Cardano yesterday, and they're like, hey, dude, man, I just made $10,000 on Cardano. Well, if you didn't move that $10,000 out of there, you're sitting there with your prick in your hand today. I can tell you that right damn now. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you cryptocurrency investors out there, if you've got the profit, sell it and put it in something like a Dash, like 42 coin, a low circulated coin that has been shown throughout the patterns of downturns to increase or not decrease during these massive downturns. You understand? I mean, that's what you people need to focus on, man. I mean, that's the only way that you're going to stay crypto rich. And as you can see, 42 coin right now, folks, all right? 42 coin, like I told you, 42 coin, there's only 42 coins mined in this particular cryptocurrency. So everybody who uses this as a hedge, like every time somebody makes a profit, they take the profit and put it in 42 coin. Not only is it safe, but because your profits are a part of the only 42 coins mined, the scarcity of 42 coin is going to automatically cause the price to go up, especially during these types of contraction times. Hence why I am a big investor in this cryptocurrency. I have a majority, me and the inner circle, and we also have another major Japanese investor. I mean, we are major holders in this coin. We believe in this coin, and this is what this coin is all about. You get your profits, you put it in here, and just hold it. Your profits ain't going nowhere, for Christ's sake, man. This is the kind of coin people want. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and cover 42 coin. Right now, folks, it is up 5.24%. All right? Current price for 42 coin right now, and when I started covering this, it was only 8,000 a coin. Remember that, folks. It was only 8,000 a coin. Right now, current price, $20,584.10 per 42 coin. I mean, do you see what I'm saying, folks? I mean, this is the kind of Dash 42 coin. This is the kind of coins you want to put your profits in when you're feeling the profit fairy like many of you were feeling yesterday. There was a lot of profits in the altcoins. Unfortunately, many of you don't realize that you need to take your money and you need to run, because at any point it can drop. Now, let's go ahead and get to the coin I was talking about, Cardano. And I have never covered this coin. I think this coin is a complete scam as far as I'm concerned. All right, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea why Cardano was up over, what was it, 170% or some kind of garbage like that. I mean, let's be honest. If you take a look at where all that volume was coming from, it was coming from one exchange, and it was Bittrex. Now, I'm not saying anything about Bittrex. I personally don't trade on Bittrex because Bittrex has been rumored, okay, I'm not saying this is true, has been rumored to do things like this. Now, the reason I'm claiming that Cardano was a complete pump and dump is because there is no reason why we should have seen 170, 200% increase on this ridiculous Cardano. The symbol on this one is ADA. ADA. Now, it is completely ridiculous how high this went. It went as high as almost 15 cents from coming down as low as, 2 cents? It was like 2 cents. Hopped up to 14 cents, 15 cents within a 24-hour period. And I knew some people who had a piece of this. Some of these guys were heel-kicking, saying, hey, Ghost, I was in on this Cardano, man. $10,000 I made. Yeah! And they're heel-kicking, and I'm telling them, look, Sell it and move it, man. Take your profits and run. And what do? They got greedy. They're like, no, it goes, come on, man, I gotta see this. This could go up even higher, man. I mean, let's be honest, okay? Let's take a look at Cardano. Market capitalization for Cardano is $2.5 billion. $2.5 billion in market cap. All right, now, have you seen the circulating supply for this ridiculous coin, for heaven's sake? It's almost 26 billion Cardano in circulation. 26 billion with a B. I mean, give me a break. What kind of scam is this? Anyway, as you can see today, Cardano is now coming down to size, to say the least. In the past 24 hours, since it's gone up in that pump and dump, as far as I'm concerned, it has gone down 17.97% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Cardano, 9 cents. 9 cents for Cardano. And I'm telling you, all you guys that were heel kicking, I'm sure you're kicking your ass right now for not selling off and putting your goddamn profits in something like a 42 coin or a Dash. I can tell you that right goddamn now. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Litecoin, folks. Symbol LTC. Once again on Monday, we started seeing breakouts right after that $84 mark that I suggested was the mark for breakouts, and we did. We saw it go as high before the contraction last night, as high as almost $100. Almost $100 for Litecoin. So, man, Litecoin's doing pretty well. Unfortunately, it started doing well during a contraction, and it, like many other coins, they're feeling the red pinch today, say the least. Current market capitalization for Litecoin is $4.7 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Litecoin is 54 million. 54 million in circulation, excuse me. We've got a decrease in a 24-hour period, 8.70% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Litecoin, symbol LTC, current price, $88.67 per Litecoin. Now let's get to Monero, folks. Monero, symbol XMR. Now, the reason I cover Monero, even though I suspect the creator of this coin is a freaking brony, it's making major moves, very volatile. It's a definite a pattern or swing trading play for Monero, and it has taken some major increases within the past couple of weeks, and I hope some of you at least took advantage of that. Let's go ahead and get to Monero. Current market capitalization is $2.7 billion market capitalization. Current circulating supply for XMR is 15.4 million in circulation. Now, in the past 24 hours, it has gone down. It is victim to the massive bloody murder that you're seeing in today's markets. It is down 11.22% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Monero, symbol XMR, current price $177.31 per Monero. We saw it as high as yesterday as 201 yesterday, 201. Unbelievable. That's what I'm saying, man. When you have those profits, don't just sit on it, man. Don't just sit on it. Take the money and run. You understand? Take the money and run. And put it in a coin that you know will not go down. And if it does go down, it's going to go down like 1 or 2% during a downturn. Not 15, not 20 or 25% decreases. You understand? I'm just trying to help everybody out there trying to become crypto millionaires. You understand? Because there will be genuine new wealth built in the crypto markets. Mark my words. Genuine crypto wealth generated. So get some, baby. Get some. Now, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about Ethereum Classic because it had like a 30% increase last night for some reason. Major increase. Symbol on Ethereum Classic is ETC. The current market capitalization for Ethereum Classic is $2.6 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply is almost 98 million in circulation for Ethereum Classic. Now, the reason I bring this up is because it went as high as almost $40 yesterday, and you have a lot of bag holders at this point. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you might want to eyeball this for a swing or pattern play, and the reason is because people are holding the bag as high as almost $40. I mean, these are the kinds of things that you have to look for as a crypto investor to potentially eyeball for quick plays, quick liquidity. But in the past 24 hours, though, folks, it has gone down 18.38% decrease for Ethereum Classic. The current price for ETC Ethereum Classic is $27.32 per Ethereum Classic. Let's go ahead and get to EOS. Man, folks, I don't know what's going on with EOS, but it just keeps going up and up and up. And even during a small contraction in the past couple of days, it has not lost much of its value. And the only reason I keep covering this is because the damn thing keeps going up, man. So let's go ahead and get to it. Symbol EOS. Current market capitalization is $1.4 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply for EOS is 508 million in circulation for EOS. In the past 24 hours, it has only gone down very modestly, down 0.10% decrease. Current price for EOS, symbol EOS, current price $2.81. I'm telling you, folks, EOS about 2 months ago was 50 goddamn cents. Unbelievable. All right, now let's go ahead and get to Quantum, one of my favorites. It's taking it on the teeth today, I'll tell you that. Quantum, it is down today, but it is still one of my favorites. Once again, market capitalization for Quantum, symbol QTUM. I think it's a pretty good buying play right now for Quantum, if you want my opinion. Current market capitalization for Quantum is $945 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Quantum is 73 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has taken it on the teeth. It's one of those double digits. It's down 16.48%. Current price for Quantum, symbol QTUM, $12.83, baby. God damn. Luckily, I bought this on the low when it was as low as about 7 and change, so I'm still profiting. What I'm waiting for and what many of the quantum investors are waiting for on here is for this price to break out of the $18 point. And once that $18 mark is broken, I think that we should see a breakout into the high 20s, maybe into the 30s, right after we just completely pass that $18 quantum mark. But we shall see. You know, the market is very fickle, unless we forget that quantum is a Asian coin. So it's the majority are traded in Asia. Let's get to Zcash, folks, symbol ZEC. It also took it on the teeth, unfortunately. Current market capitalization for Zcash is $879 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply still very low for Zcash, folks, very low. 2.7 million in circulation. So this is definitely mineable, very good mining play. We've talked about in the past. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down 13.03% decrease in a 24-hour period. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $322.17 per Zcash. Now, once again, I like Zcash. I like Dash. Litecoin isn't too bad. 42 coin obviously is where you want to put your liquidity during these profitable times so that they could be protected during these down times. So that's what I'm saying, folks. And I'm just trying to plant seeds, trying to help people out here. Anyway, with that being said, folks, I don't want to take too much time in the crypto markets at this point because I'm pretty sure everybody can see their portfolios and are like, what the hell? What the hell, Ghost? But look, as I stated about cryptocurrency, it's a fickle market. I mean, it'll go up 20, 30, 40%. It'll go down 20, 30, 40%. The trick is to be able to go ahead and try to get some of that profit, get some of that liquidity, transfer that liquidity into areas that during downturns are not going to go below 5%. Because even Dash during downturns, and I haven't seen Dash coincide with a downturn in the past 4 downturn cycles that I've been monitoring crypto. And prior to that, let's go back 4 down cycles. When Dash did go down with the market, it would only go down no more than 5%. You would never see double-digit percentage points in the negative on Dash. So Dash is pretty. I think it's a pretty good deal, and 42 Coin is a pretty good deal, folks. And look, I'm just saying right now, aside from 42 Coin being a hedge, I don't want to give out too much information, folks. I'm the spokesperson for 42 Coin, but that coin, you're going to see it go over $1 million a coin in early 2018. I don't want to say too much more. But all I have to say is that notice that when any cryptocurrency goes on to a new exchange, all of a sudden you see dramatic increases in that cryptocurrency. I'm just saying, if you hear that a cryptocurrency is going to be added to an exchange, that's an entertaining short-term play because it's probably going to go up double digits. All right? Anyway, let's go ahead and talk stocks, folks. All right, let's talk stocks. Now, what have I told you about the Dow Jones Industrial? I said that I am bullish on the Dow for at least the next 4 quarters. I said that you could pretty much take a dart and throw all the stocks of the Dow Jones Industrials on a wall, throw a dart at it, whatever it lands on, you could probably invest in it and be pretty safe that your money is not only going to actually increase in value, but most of the Dow Jones Industrial stocks pay dividends. Now, for you folks that are unaware, stocks is a lot more to stocks than just investing in a stock and hoping it goes up. There are long-term value investing strategies. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to give people that are out there listening a little bit a brief idea of what value investing is, okay? Now, let's say that you have your favorite company in the Dow Jones Industrial that you want to invest into. And let's say that you want to save $200 a month from your paycheck. And in old traditional times, you would throw that in the bank and have the bank save it, but you can't do that anymore, folks. You're actually losing money as far as I'm concerned if you're holding money in the bank. And the only time you should hold money in the bank is if the bank is going to pay you a considerable interest rate or something. They're going to do something for you to have that money in that bank. I'm just saying. I would personally advise people to entertain the idea of value investing a stock that not only is a blue chip stock. For you folks that are unaware, blue chip stocks are pretty much anything on the Dow Jones Industrial. The Dow Jones Industrial is a little over 30 companies, believe it or not. So if you invest in any one of those, you're investing in a blue chip stock. But what you want to look for is you not only want to invest in a stock that's going to potentially give you profits on the growth on the growth of the price of the stock, but you want one that's going to pay you for holding the stock. Now, there are blue chip stocks that pay what they call a dividend. Now, those are the stocks that you want to look for as a value investor. Because if you have a high-yield dividend stock that you put $200 a month into, regardless of what the stock price is, whether the stock price is higher 1 month or lower 1 month, the more stocks you acquire in a value investing capacity that are high-yield dividend, the more money you're going to be paid on a quarterly basis for holding those stocks. For instance, folks, when you're holding a high-yield dividend stock, that means for every stock that you hold, the company will pay you a certain amount of money. It depends. You have to look at the prospectus of whatever company you're investing in. Each company gives, different amounts of stock dividends each quarter, but you literally get dividends deposited in your brokerage account every quarter, and that's what you want. You want to not only profit on the increase in the stock value, but you also want to profit on holding the stock itself. So these are the kinds of that's what I call a value investing strategy. It's definitely a bearish type investment strategy, but for those folks that really don't understand the stock market, I'm trying to explain it to you folks very, very easily so that you can go up to your bank or you could go up to a brokerage account and you have an idea on what you want. You have an idea that, hey, $200 a month is going to go to this company. It's a high-yield dividend stock. And let's say you do that for a year. Let's say you do that for 2 years. You're going to acquire a lot of stock, and not to mention you're going to get paid those dividends every quarter. And moreover, folks, if the stock goes up in value, your net worth goes up in value. And if your net worth goes up in value, folks, you can actually go to a financial institution like a bank and say, hey, look, I've got all these blue chip stocks in my portfolio, and I want to use these blue chip stocks as collateral to get a loan for whatever, a business, a house, a car, whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how you make yourself a better capitalist, folks. You make your money work for you. So I hope you understand value investing in high-yield dividend stocks is something that I really, really hope people consider. I mean, it's a safe play. I think everything in the Dow Jones Industrials is going to be bullish for the next 4 quarters, especially if they pass these tax cuts. I'm bullish on the Dow Jones Industrials even 4 quarters and beyond. So let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrials. I hope that helps out some of you folks that are listening out there because, hey, why can't you take advantage of investing? Why can't you buy stocks? Why can't you get dividends? Why can't you have net worth? You see, folks, when you have stock, when you own property, when you own cars, when you own gold, when you own things that are that can be liquidated, you can use that as collateral with financial institutions. I mean, then you're worth something. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get to the Dow. Now, I want to be honest. Across most indices in the equities markets, we saw negativity, but not in the Dow Jones Industrials. What did I tell you about Dow Jones, baby? I've been telling you this for weeks. I told you. Dow Jones Industrial was up today 103.97 points, a percentage increase of 0.44%, closing out the Dow at 23,940.68 points. For the Dow Jones Industrial, baby. Man, we're going 24,000 Dow, baby. We're going 24,000 Dow. And that's why I'm telling you folks, man, value investing right now is perfect. I know there's a lot of folks out there now that Trump is in office and he is implementing the Make America Great Again economic policy. I know there's a lot of folks out there getting raises, they're getting promotions, they're getting bonuses. I would strongly advise you to start making that money work for you and just don't burn it, baby. Don't burn it. Anyway, let's continue going. S&P 500 was in the negative today, folks, which is pretty odd. You typically see most equities in the negative universal. But the Dow Jones Industrial, it's up. Why? Blue chip stocks are hot in Trump's America. Just saying. Anyway, S&P 500 is down 0.97%, or excuse me, 0.97 points. 0.97 points, a percentage decrease of 0.04%, closing out the S&P at 2,626.07 points for the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is down considerably, folks, 87.97 points. What have I told you about the NASDAQ? I'm not bullish on the NASDAQ. Didn't I tell you that, guys? I said, man, because the tech industry is pretty much what comprises the majority of the NASDAQ composite, and I just do not believe in tech at this point, man. I just don't believe in it, all right? I mean, obviously with the exception of Amazon, but I think their goose is about to be cooked by the administration here pretty soon, if you want my opinion. I think that there may be some antitrust lawsuits in the works. and things of that capacity. So I just don't like tech. I think that what the oligarchs of Silicon Valley have done to tech have basically flushed it down the digital toilet, and it's a mess. And as a result, this whole net neutrality crap is really a culmination of what I'm discussing here. So anyway, the NASDAQ is down considerably today, folks. It is down 87.97 points, a percentage decrease of 1.27% decrease on the day. I mean, good God! Closing out the NASDAQ at 6,824.39 points for the NASDAQ composite. All right, folks. Hey, let's get to commodities here, all right, because commodities, a little bit of helter-skelter situations going on in here because we're seeing decreases in equities. That means we would traditionally see increases in commodities. And the problem with that is that we're seeing a decrease in equities, an increase in commodities, yet the value of the dollar is up. So we have some weird economic situations going on here, folks. If you're an economist, you know what I'm talking about. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, traditionally, when you see commodities go up in value, that means the dollar's going down in value. But if you compare the U.S. dollar to most currencies on the Forex, the dollar is still king, folks. U.S. dollar is still king. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to commodities. Energy. We've seen some decreases in energy because of the oil reserves that are on tap, that are currently being tapped into because of any potential problems in the supply chain. And the reason we may have problems in the supply chain is because OPEC may be breaking up here. We've got potential showdown between Saudi Arabia and Iran. We've got the United States producing its own oil. We've got Canada producing its own oil. So, you know, there's a lot of factors that are going to kind of even out this crude oil price. And I don't think we'll ever see $80, $90, $100 a barrel of oil again unless we see a true escalation into an all-out war in the Middle East between Iran and Saudi Arabia. But other than that, I think we should be seeing some fairly decent oil prices. Now, the problem is we had some hurricanes the past hurricane season here, and it took out some of our refineries. Now, because the Obama administration made no attempt to try to build oil refineries, which refines oil into gasoline, that's why we haven't seen these low oil prices reflected at the gas pump. Because in my opinion, I don't see why we're not seeing $1.10, 99 cents regular gallon of gasoline. I'm not even joking around. I mean, there's a massive amount of supply, and moreover, it's cheap. I mean, oil's cheap. It's because we don't have refineries, and the last hurricanes that happened during the Trump administration, it took out a few refineries. And there's a small amount of refineries, thanks to Obama, who didn't allow the oil companies to build more refineries to suffice refinery capacity for our people who need gas to travel from point A to point B. Anyway, crude oil, it's up 2 pennies today, okay? A percentage increase of 0.03%. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $57.32 per barrel of WTI. Brent crude oil is down today 50 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.79%. Closing out Brent crude at $63.11. Now, you see that right there? That's a little bit more reflective of what I'm discussing as it pertains to this anomaly of seeing commodities up while the American dollar is up. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Anyway, let me move on. Let me just move on here. The only reason I bring Brent crude up because Brent crude is falling on the dollar, the euro is falling on the dollar, and that is reflected in that Brent crude price because everything else in the energy sector is on the plus side. So you just have to look for these types of indicators to see what's going on, man. You have to. I mean, if you're going to make money in these markets, you have to know how to find and identify these indicators so you can make some freaking capital, baby. All right, gasoline futures, they're up today 0.14%. Natural gas is up slightly, 0.13%, and heating oil is up 0.02%. Now, watch out for heating oil, folks, okay? Because I think heating oil is about to take a spike. I read that in Siberia right now it's minus 60 degrees. I hear that they're expecting snow in Hawaii. What? Yeah, I read they're expecting snow in Hawaii. What happened to global warming, huh? And I think heating oil is a play to be made here in the next, I would say ETF heating oil for the next 6 months. Well, let me see. It's December, the next 3 months. Once it gets past February, it's no longer a play. But this is one of those annual plays, folks, heating oil. Take a look if you can find an ETF in correlation with the rise of heating oil for a potential play there. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! We've got gold, folks. It is up today, $1.60, a percentage increase of 0.12%. Closing out gold at $1,287.80 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver also up today, 4 cents, a percentage increase of 0.27%, closing out silver at $16.61 per troy ounce of silver. Copper is also up 0.24%. Platinum is also up 0.25%. Let's go ahead and get to grains. Let's get to the agriculture. Corn is unchanged today, unchanged for corn. Wheat is down 0.06%. Oats are down 0.66%. Rough rice is unchanged today. Soybeans are down 0.05%. Soybean oil is down 0.23%. And canola is down 0.08%. Let's get to softs. What did I tell you all about cocoa? I told you all the base for chocolate cocoa to watch out for this play because we may potentially be seeing an increase in cocoa. Why? Because of the Madagascar Black Plague. And I'm not saying Black Plague, all right, because it's Africa. It's what it's called. And for those of you that are unaware, this is why we need modernity all over the world, folks. I mean, we cannot acknowledge any more primitive nonsense. For those of you that don't know, Madagascar natives decided for whatever reason to dig up the dead of people that died during the bubonic plague era and decided to dance with their corpses. And as a result, we've got a major breakout of the bubonic plague in Madagascar and in other places in Africa, okay? And I said that could potentially increase the price of chocolate. All right, could increase the price of cocoa. Now, like I said, folks, the majority of cocoa comes from Africa. It comes from the Ivory Coast. And if we have some kind of a situation related to the bubonic plague hitting Africa, it could potentially reflect in this price of cocoa. And take a look at it today, man. Cocoa is up 2.78% increase on the day. 2.78% increase, man. And that's on top of the fact that everybody's going to get some nice little holiday treats and chocolates and all this other crap, all right? Good God. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you about cocoa, man? Anyway, let's go ahead. Coffee.
Hey, dude, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude, okay?
Shut up, you stupid hipster. And by the way, I'd like to take this time to remind everybody to boycott Starcox. Boycott Starcox. Anyway, coffee is up 1.81% increase on the day, so you're going to have to be paying a little bit more for that coffee, huh? Coffee, coffee. Let's go ahead and get the sugar. Sugar is up 0.20% increase. Orange juice is down 1.09%. That's because Florida's looking great right now. What are you talking about? Like I said, orange juice futures are a play, whether ETF or actually trading contracts. It's a play whenever the Arctic front hits Florida. And once the Arctic front hits Florida and Florida freezes, Florida has really, really cold weather. that's when it could potentially interfere with the yield of oranges, and that could reflect the price of orange juice. So just keep that in mind. Once again, let's get to cotton. Cotton is up 1.79%, and that's traditional around this time. Everybody's getting up, bundling up, getting cold, getting sweaters and all that crap, getting long johns. Is that what y'all people in the north, y'all wear those long johns, right? Little long john underwears. That's freaking funny, man. Anyway, let's go ahead. We got lumber. Lumber is up 1.03% decrease. Excuse me, it's down. It's not up, it's down. 1.03% decrease for lumber. Rubber is down 0.45%. Ethanol is down 0.3%. Let's go ahead and get to livestock. Let's get to live cattle, baby. Live cattle is going up, and that probably has something to do with the holidays. Live cattle is up 0.74% increase. We've got cattle feeder up 0.70%, and lean hogs, they're down today for some reason. You'd think everybody want to get a damn ham bone coming around the damn Christmas corner. People want a ham bone. Anyway, lean hogs are down 0.87%, folks. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to be completely honest with you. I am on my second day sober, okay? Yeah, I know. But the reason I'm doing it, folks, is because I want to be honest with you. I have been drinking almost every single day ever since I started True Capitalist Radio. I am not even kidding with you. As you all know, the reason I started drinking is because after the whole John Turncoat McCain nomination and Sarah Palin and the 2008 backstab of the Republican Party against the conservative movement, I decided that I'm done with the conservatives. I changed the name of the show from True Conservative Radio to True Capitalist Radio, and I just can't believe I was backstabbed all those years, and I just started drinking, and I never stopped. I never stopped drinking, and every time I've attempted to stop, it's been a very, very hard situation. I'm not telling anybody to feel sorry for me or anything, but we are 2 days sober in, so we're going to try to keep it that way. I am currently drinking a soda, so I guess a soft drink, right? You got to have some kind of something, right? A little soft drink. But yeah, man, I am definitely going to try to stop drinking, folks. I need to clean out the system a little bit. And for you folks that happen to drink a lot, if you just try to quit for a good 6 months, I hear that the insides repair itself fairly well, the liver rejuvenates, the body is a very resilient vessel. So that's why I'm going to try. I may be unsuccessful in this attempt at sobriety, but hey, you got to at least try, right? Anyway, with that being said, folks, I think it's about that time for Gab shout-outs. Hey, do we have any Gab shout-outs, engineer? All right, folks. Now, for you folks that don't know, all you got to do is go to my Gab account at Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And what I'd like for you to do is please like the first post right there that says True Capitalist Radio is now live. Like the post that states True Capitalist Radio is now live. If you like that post, I will give you a Gab shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Anyway, what's going on to Kingfish Sticks? What's going on? Daddy Warbucks in the house. The Yellow Fork of Texas asshole. Shut up, you stupid moron. We got Hambone Capitalist, Phantom Thief Joker, 10 years of failing liver. Yeah, shut up, asshole. Look, I'm not stopping drinking because my health is bad. I'm just trying to stop because I've done it a lot. It doesn't do anything for me anymore, man. I could literally drink 15 beers and shoot 4 shots and literally just be like, man, I'm not even drunk. It's like that for me at this point. It's like that for me at this point, for Christ's sake. Good God. What's up to BN King? What's up to markets equals good 1 hour nap? You son of a bitch. Stupid troll bastard. You go ahead, take a nap during the damn market hour. You go ahead and take a nap. I guarantee your ass it's going to be shiny capitalist shoes, boy. Your stupid loser ass is going to be shiny capitalist shoes. Yeah, so keep on, boy, keep on. I'm taking a nap during the market hour. Yeah, you're going to be shiny capitalist shoes. And you know what? You better spit shine that shoe, boy. You better spit shine that shoe. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Son of a bitch, you better spit shine that shoe, boy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all right? And I'm your host, the man they call Ghost, yada, yada, yada. Look, I don't want to go through another one of these pieces of crap broadcasts again. You understand? I don't want to sit here and have you people, you troll bastards, you autists, you aspies, I don't need this. You understand that, boy? I don't even need to be broadcasted. I'm sitting over here, I'm shooting pearls to you people. I'm shooting pearls to you people, and you don't even give a crap. Son of a bitch, you keep this up. You keep this up and see what happens. You keep this crap up. Who the hell else do we have here? We got Crypto Brodog, whatever the hell that means. God's Wrath in Madagascar. That's not funny, man. That's not funny. President Poop Tickler. The Texas Soytards, you asshole. The Texas Soytards? God damn it, stop making fun of the Texas martyrs. I'm not going to tell you sorry sacks of crap again. Don't make fun of the Texas martyr, boy. And, you know, I tell you, you goddamn internet tough guys, you talk real big over the goddamn computer, don't you, boy? Why don't you come down here to Texas, you scumbag? Why don't you come down here to Texas and talk that crap? I guarantee you wouldn't do shit. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Yeah. Come down to Texas, you anal object aficionados. Come down here. Son of a bitch. The Wizard of Paz? You sick, twisted prick, man. Bubonic death by chocolate. What the hell is that supposed to be? Just shut up, man. No TV and no soy makes Albin a bald boy. You shut up! Shut up! You shut your stupid face! Shut your face! First of all, I know what you mean by that. Secondly, I am not bald, you asshole! I'm not bald! I'm not bald, you stupid pricks! Son of a bitch, I'm not freaking bald! Tired of you idiots saying that crap! Give me the freaking mic. Look, assholes, all right? I'm only going to take a couple more of these if you assholes keep doing this crap. Lauer first, Ghost next. What the hell does that mean, boy? What the hell does that mean? We got Supa in the house. We got nothing else matters, yeah, I'm sure. Until Ghost sleeps. What the hell you mean? What the hell are you talking about? Ghost will always be an alcoholic. Hey, screw you, asshole! Screw you! I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a connoisseur, all right? I'm a connoisseur over here. I've just had a little bit too much for too long. So don't you dare call me an alcoholic, boy. You understand that? I've gone 2 days without alcohol. Do you see me withdrawing, boy? Huh? Do you see me having the shakes, huh, boy? No. I'm sitting here still talking to your stupid, dumb, autistic ass filled with piss and fury. You pansexual Peter Puffer. Don't you ever forget that, boy. We got veteran of Forum Wars in the house, Sir Mouth Breather. We got Spark Synapses in the house. Who the hell else do we have here? We got LOL Bye-Bye Oberman. Yeah, see you later, Keith Oberman, huh? Hell yeah. You four-eyed prick. Now you can take your Trump resistance and shove it right up your wannabe hipster old ass. Get out of here, Keith Oberman, you piece of crap. Who the hell else do we have here? We got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. I'm not going to say that. 2 dorks, 1 hard fork. Idiots, man. I'm trying to sit here. I'm trying to give you millions of dollars of information in cryptocurrency information, and you don't even care. I mean, is there anybody really listening out there to the first hour, man? I'm giving you millions, man. I'm giving you millions of dollars of information. Christ. Give me the mic. You guys are freaking pissing me off now, man. I'm going to cut off this goddamn Gab shout-out. If it continues to go like this, do you understand that, boy? Do you understand that, you blue ball blowing, Cincinnati bow tie receiving, Magic Johnson toilet licking piece of crap? Do you understand me? God. Jesus Christ, man. Engineer hard fork Mrs. Ghost, you son of a... Screw you! Shut up! Don't you dare! Fork you! Fork you! And fork you to hell! Fork you, you piece of crap! Give me the mic. Yeah, real funny. Here's another one. Ghost is autistic. I ain't autistic, you piece of crap. Are you kidding me? I ain't autistic. No, hell no. Hell no. And anybody who is trying to be like, hey, I'm autistic, I'm retarded, your parents need a bitch slap, and I would be more than happy to give your goddamn parents that bitch slap. I'd be more than happy to do it. I'd be more than happy to do it. Jesus Christ. 2 neg holes equals 1 pause hole. What the hell does that mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean, man? Ghost has the white plague. Shut up, you stupid moron. I'm telling you, you guys are pissing me off, man. I'm taking a couple more of these, and that's it. That's it, man. We got Dash is 20% cooler. You're damn right. You're damn right, for Christ's sake. We got, what was this? Wilksy sniffing paint stripper. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad you're doing that. Matt Lauer forked me in the green room. All right, you know what? That's it. Look, enough of the fork talk. Enough of the forks. I'm tired of hearing about the forks. Fork me, fork you. Fork you. Jesus. Give me the mic. Goddamn assholes are pissing me off. You're pissing me off. God. I need to drink some soft drink, man. Child actors for Weinstein, you asshole. Come on, man. Come on. Come on with that crap. Good God, man. You guys are getting sick, man. You guys are getting really sick, and I don't appreciate it whatsoever. Ghost drunk on root beer. I'm not drinking root beer, you idiot, all right? I'm not drunk on root beer. Shut up. Give me a freaking break. Fork me harder. Fork. All right, that's it. That's enough. That's it. That's it. That's enough of the forks. That's enough of the forks, the hard forks, the soft forks. Fork you. Fork you. Fork you. Fork you. I don't want to hear anything more about forks again throughout the rest of the show. Enough about forks. Enough about forks. I'm tired of forks. Stick a fork right up your goddamn shit funnel. God. Good God. Give me the... Hey, look, here's another one. Did I fork that? Man, shut up. Take the goddamn gab off my screen, engineer. All right? I don't want to talk about forks. I'm tired of hearing the word fork. Stop gabbing me forks. Stop it. Look, they're gabbing me forks now. They're gabbing me forks. Look at my gab. Check out my gab. They're gabbing me forks. Fork you. Fork you. Good God, man. I mean, don't you people understand that this is a serious show, man? There's people that actually take this show serious. I mean, I've got production notes. God, I got production notes that I handwrite myself. I deserve a little freaking respect, man. All right? I mean, just to say the least, I deserve a little bit of respect. I mean, I'm a capitalist! And I deserve the respect accorded that title. I'm done, man. I'm tired of this crap. I mean, I already want to stop the show now. You know that? I already want to stop the show now. I'm telling you, I don't really enjoy doing this broadcast, man. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I really goddamn don't, man. I really don't. I mean, this is the kind of crap I take all the time, all the goddamn damn it. I take this all the time. I take this crap all the time, for Christ's sake, man. I deserve more respect. Do you understand that? I deserve more respect. I'm a capitalist. Oh my God. I'm hot. I'm sweating. You guys are making me sweat because I'm so pissed off. Good. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. You guys are pissing me off, man. You guys are pissing me off. I got production notes here. I'm gonna move on with the show. I don't need to be taking this crap, man. And hey, shut up, you asshole telling me to have a beer and chill out. Shut up. Stop trying to tell me to drink. Stop trying to tell me to drink, man. Seriously, stop it, man. I don't need that crap. I don't need that crap. Stop it. Stop. I don't need to be. You know what? I'm not paying attention to Gab anymore. You all can go screw yourselves. I'm not paying attention to Gab anymore. You all can go screw yourselves. I'm not paying attention to Gab anymore. All right. Let me calm down, man. Let me have a freaking drink, man. Jesus Christ. Let me calm down, folks. I'm sorry. Every time I try to make it a little bit interactive, and every time I try to make the show a little interactive, this is what I get, folks. This is the kind of garbage I get, man. I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. I'm really goddamn tired of it, man. I think I might end the show early. I'm not even kidding around. I'm so pissed off at you people. You know what? I'm sitting over here. I'm giving you people millions of dollars of information, for Christ's sake, for free, and you people are taking a piece of crap on me, man. You people are pathetic. All of you. All of you! Anyway, look, I'm tired. I'm tired. Let's just talk about something else. All right? I'm not paying attention to the gab. So all you people gabbing at me, I'm not paying attention to it. Go shove it up your ass. I'm not paying attention to it. Oh my God, man. I'm out of it, man. I'm out of it. I'm pissed. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about President Trump. How about that? That always puts me in a better mood. How about that? Let's talk a little bit about President Trump, folks. Have you seen President Trump lately, baby? This man has taken off the gloves, and he's taken his critics to the woodshed. Have you seen this? Oh, my God. Did you see him commemorate the Navajo code breakers a couple of days ago? Invited them to the White House, had them say a few words, and literally called out Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas in front of the Navajo code breakers. I mean, good God, what a madman! And did you see goofy Elizabeth Warren come on?
I can't believe that Trump can't go 5 minutes without saying a racial slur.
Are you kidding me? You know what Trump did by doing that? He reignited the debate about Elizabeth Warren being a lying piece of trash, all right? Her utilizing this fictitious narrative that she was a damn Native American so that she could go under a affirmative action situation to get her tenureship at Harvard. Oh, that's great. That's just great. That's a typical white liberal right there, Elizabeth Warren, all right? Taking a position away from an actual Indian who would like to be in that position right now that Elizabeth Warren's in, but this broad pretended to be an Indian so that she could fall under the affirmative action protocol so that she could get the damn job. And instead now of all the media trying to say, oh my God, how insensitive of Trump. I can't believe him. What an asshole. How could he say that? Now people are starting to talk about the narrative of Elizabeth Warren being a disgusting, despicable liar and utilizing ethnic minority groups' heritage that isn't even hers. Isn't that the liberal thing to do? Rachel Doziel come to mind, huh? How about Sean Talcum X King? That comes to mind. These liberals, they like to fake. That's why they all want to be around ethnic minorities all the time, isn't it? Is that why you white liberals all want to be around ethnic minorities all the time? So that you can get their mannerisms, so you can get their vernacular down, so that you can pretend to be them, so you can take their jobs? Because of the affirmative action laws that your stupid leftist politicians created? Isn't this what this is all about? Literally took the gloves off on Elizabeth Warren. That stupid, goofy, lying broad doesn't have a shot anymore in 2020. I'd like for her to explain herself. I'd like for her to explain herself in front of ethnic minorities. And lest we forget, it was the left, and it has been the left, who has fanned the flames of this whole notion of white privilege. Haven't you noticed that? It's been the left, the Democrats, the liberals, the white liberals that are fanning the flames of white privilege. And here with Elizabeth Warren, you've got a clear case of white privilege right here on the left, and nobody wants to talk about it, huh? Nobody wants to talk about it. Let me tell you, Elizabeth Warren doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of if this broad thinks that she has any kind of a chance in 2020. And that's exactly why they're even throwing her stupid, goofy, four-eyed, freckle-faced name around. You understand? All right, she's a liar, and she took a position away from a legitimate Native American. And she has no shame. Look at her stupid, goofy face. She's got no shame. That gender-fluid fondler, she's got no shame, just like all those liberals. All those liberals have no shame. They're soulless. They're godless. That's why they could sit there and look at you right in your eye and smile at you and tell you a lie to your face. These people are psychopaths. These people are legit psychopaths. I mean, if you don't believe me, did you hear today Al Franken, after about 4 or 5 women have come out saying that this guy has sexually assaulted them, this guy has the audacity to come out today in some kind of a Senate hearing and lecture about women's health. I'm not joking. You can't write this shit. Sorry. You can't make this shit up. This idiot, Al Franken, he has a picture of him committing sexual assault on a woman who's asleep, all right? Has a proven actual artifact of him committing sexual assault, and the asshole has the audacity to come out today, Al Franken, in a Senate hearing and lecture about women's health. That's how psychopath these goddamn liberals are, folks. They're sick. That's why they can't be trusted. And that's why anyone who follows liberals, anyone who follows Democrats, anyone who obliges this sick, twisted political philosophy can never be trusted by those of us on the right. How can they justify this at this point? How can they justify this hypocrisy? How can they justify this insanity? They can't. That's why they get violent. That's why they want to kill people. That's why they want to hurt people, because they know they're in the wrong, and all they're trying to do is belong. They know they're in the wrong, but all they're trying to do is belong. Isn't that what all those leftist groups are all about? It's nothing more than a reason for people to get together and make themselves feel good that they're a part of a social construct, that they're a part of a social pipeline that virtue signals 24 hours a day to one another about how valiant they are, how virtuous they are, how pious they are. It's ridiculous. Liberal lunacy is what I call it, folks. Liberal lunacy. Al Franken coming out and lecturing in a Senate committee about women's health, and he's got pictures of himself sexually assaulting women while they're asleep. What a disgusting piece of trash. And look at him. He comes out smiling, smiles in your face. I mean, what kind of a man will come out after literally having a picture of him fondling a woman on an airplane going into Iraq to entertain our troops? What kind of a sick mentality does Al Franken have when this is on the top of his mind while in a cargo plane being shipped into Iraq to entertain the troops? Grabbing a woman's breast while she's asleep? This is what this guy concocts? And this is what's representing these asshole ice heads in Minnesota, for Christ's sake? What the hell are they putting in the water in Minnesota? Maybe it's all those freaking kebabs out there, huh? Is that it? All those simoleons that they got going on over there, for Christ's sake, that got these Minnesotans bitch slapped into submission? I don't know, but this makes no sense. That's liberal lunacy for you, folks, all right? And not to mention, President Trump went right after the jugular of NBC, because NBC, folks, they got ahead of a potential New York Times story, I believe, in which New York Times had been investigating lots of different claims and allegations of morning show talk show host Matt Lauer, who has been broadcasting in the mornings on NBC for 25 plus years. I don't even know how long. he was abruptly dismissed from his job and let go by NBC prior to this New York Times article hitting the presses. And basically, folks, Matt Lauer, and much like Charlie Rose and all these people in the media, it seems like Hollywood media types think that they're anointed to just sexually harass women at will. Apparently, this guy was doing some very, very sick, twisted things. One of the allegations is that he actually gave a sex toy to someone that worked in NBC, I don't know at what capacity, gave a sex toy to this woman and a note on what he would like to do to her with that sex toy. And that's just one of many of the different allegations that are going to be published in this New York Times article. And, of course, NBC got ahead of it. They dismissed Matt Lauer. He's no longer a part of the NBC morning show. So that's it for the morning show, guys. Charlie Rose, CBS, gone. Matt Lauer, NBC, gone. Next one is that fruit bowl, little fruity-ass fruit bowl gay bastard, George Stephanopoulos, which is a goddamn Clinton agent. That's the next one that needs to get the hell out of the morning television. And I'm telling you this right now, these are all people that talked against Donald Trump. These are all people that were adamant against Donald Trump, that were utilizing their positions in media in an attempt to coerce the public against the president. Now look at where these people are at. And not only did the president tweet about Matt Lauer this morning, he talked about executives within the NBC organization itself that should be fired, calling out executives by name. I mean, what a madman. This is my president here. Taking the gloves off, baby, and punching him right in the face. Bare knuckle. Bare knuckle, for Christ's sake. Disgusting media. Every article that I read off of the mainstream media is complete and utter slanderous lies about our president and complete crap, complete coercive crap. And I'm glad the president came out swinging. Not to mention, did you see him come out swinging at Joe Scarborough? I'm glad the president finally did this, folks, because if you folks are unaware, Joe Scarborough used to be a Republican congressman out of Florida, okay? And one evening, for whatever reason, one of his, I'm not sure if it was an intern or if it was an assistant, but some young girl who worked for Joe Scarborough miraculously ended up dead in Joe Scarborough's office. And you see, because the Good Old Boy Network in Florida, and we all know about the Hanging Chad Good Old Boy Network in Florida, this pretty much ended up being swept under the rug. And you see, it took a tweet from Donald Trump to reignite this mystery behind Joe Scarborough and this dead assistant that ended up dead in his office while he was a congressman. I wonder if he talked about that with Mika Brzezinski, who he is now engaged to, for Christ's sake, huh? And isn't that so lame? Hey, Joe Scarborough, what a pussy, you know? I mean, what? You got to be a true loser to hook up with somebody at work. You know, that's why, you know, me as a business owner, I have it in my policy that no one can date other employees because that's ridiculous. I mean, if you're utilizing where you make your money, where you make your living as a meat market, what kind of an employee are you? Seriously, what kind of an employee are you? But no, Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, they do the morning show together, and it's so sweet. They got together. They spend all day together. They talk about politics together, and now they've fallen in love with each other. I mean, what a puss. What a genuine Florida orange juice style puss, man. I'm not even joking around. Are you joking, Scarborough? And look, I wonder if are you going to talk about that tomorrow, Scarborough? Can somebody please tweet at Scarborough or email this son of a bitch and tell him to explain how somebody ended up dead in his office and yet it's just gotten swept under the rug in the mass media of hoopla? Can somebody explain that to him that, hey, You need to start doing some explaining, Scarborough. You talk a lot of garbage about our president. You talk as if you're on a soapbox, that you are holier than thou and there are no skeletons in your closet. Explain to us, Scarborough, why did that little girl, and she was a young girl, folks, she was in her early 20s from what I understand, why and how did she end up dead in your office? Explain it, Scarborough! Explain it! Don't hide under Mika Brzezinski's skirt! I'm telling you, this president is a madman, and I am glad that he put these goddamn people on notice. Because now they either got to put up or shut up. Elizabeth Warren, she's either got to put up some legitimate documentation that she's a goddamn chief slap-a-hoe Indian, okay? You got Matt Lauer now literally not only hitting the road and minus $25 million a year. Yeah, that's how much Matt Lauer made, $25 million a year. But the president also calls out NBC executives by name and says, hey, when are these executives going to be fired? Absolute madman. And then he calls out Joe Scarborough about that young assistant that just ended up dead in his office when he was a congressman in Florida. What happened? What happened, Scarborough? Why don't you do some talking, huh? Why don't you do some talking? You like to talk. You like to talk. Why don't you do some talking tomorrow morning and tell us what happened to that girl, Scarborough? Why don't you tell us what happened to that girl? Anyway, aside from that, folks, the president also tweeted. He also tweeted some Islamic videos that show the brutality of Islamic extremism. And I don't know if you noticed, but Elizabeth May, I can't believe Donald Trump, he's promoting Islamophobia. I can't believe it. Give me a break, man. He's showing the examples of Islamic extremism that the media fails to show in this country and in England. And this is why, folks, Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia to meet with King Salman. Do y'all remember that? That was this past, September? This past August, something of that nature? I mean, time flies. When he went to go visit Arabia, Saudi Arabia, King Salman opened up the door to Mecca for Donald Trump. Do you remember he was going around, they were dancing with Trump, King Salman was showing all the relics of the Islamic world to Trump, and do you remember that specific picture in which Donald Trump, King Salman of Saudi Arabia, and President Sisi of Egypt all three put their hands on a globe, and then the globe lights up. Do you remember that photo op? That was more than just some photo op. That was symbolism, my friend. That is the new world order. The new world order. What does that mean? The old new world order, what were they trying to do? They were trying to utilize Islamic extremism as a means to suppress the world. I mean, just take a look at the destabilization in the Middle East. I mean, folks, take a look at what Obama's foreign policy culminated. Instead of going and helping the Iranians in 2009, when the Iranian revolution was rising up against the Ayatollah, he decided to help Egypt, even though Egypt had always been an ally to the United States. Mubarak, yeah, was he a dictator to a certain extent? Was he leader for a long period of time? Yeah. But as you see, folks, if you read history, Mubarak was incrementally bringing his people economic freedom. Mubarak was incrementally bringing his people first world communication technology with that economic freedom. And you see, the biggest fault of Mubarak was allowing his people to have first world communication technology with a third world primitive perspective. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is when Mubarak incrementally gave the Egyptians economic freedom, he allowed technology and internet and cell phones to come in to Egypt so that that technology could flourish within the population. The problem is that those are first world communication technologies given to a third world primitive people. And what happened was a man by the name of Wael Ghanem. I will never, ever let anybody forget this. I was broadcasting at the time of the Egyptian Revolution. I was tweeting at Wael Ghanem. I was calling out Wael Ghanem on this broadcast because this man single-handedly, who was a Google executive and worked for the CIA, Wael Ghanem, he single-handedly utilized the first world communication technologies in Egypt to manipulate a third world primitive people into the Tahrir Square demonstrations. Now, if you're not familiar with the Egyptian Revolution, this is exactly how it culminated. Wael Ghanem utilized the communication techniques of Twitter, Facebook, all the first world communication techniques, which were prominently distributed throughout Egypt. He basically tweeted out, hey, come on, everybody, come on now. We're going to Tahrir Square. Let's go to Tahrir Square. And everybody that had a Twitter account that was Egyptian, anybody who had a Facebook account that was Egyptian, they all went to Tahrir Square. And at first it ended up being a protest, and then the protest ended up becoming an occupation, like Occupy Tahrir Square situation. And then what happened? The police started to disperse the crowd, and then once the police started engaging the protesters and started actually engaging the protesters in a physical capacity, that's when all of a sudden the military stepped in, overthrew Mubarak, and as a result, what happened after Mubarak was deposed as the leader? The Muslim Brotherhood came to power in Egypt. And lest we forget, Mohammed Morsi was the leader of Egypt after Mubarak was taken down as leader, and the Muslim Brotherhood controlled Egypt. Now, it wasn't until General at the time, General Sisi, decided that he was going to overthrow the Muslim Brotherhood and Mohammed Morsi because the Egyptian Secret Service and the Egyptian intelligence had intercepted a phone call between Mohammed Morsi and al-Zawahiri, which is the leader of al-Qaeda at this point in time. So when Mohammed Morsi was communicating with al-Zawahiri, and lest we forget al-Zawahiri, which is Osama bin Laden's second in command, which is now in command. Al-Zawahiri is the guy, he's the old guy with a dot on his head, the turban. He comes out with the Kalashnikov next to him all the time. Al-Zawahiri. Al-Zawahiri is Egyptian. And aside from al-Zawahiri being Egyptian, al-Zawahiri partook in the assassination of Omar Sadat. Omar Sadat was the president of Egypt during the time in which Sadat was attempting to solidify some type of diplomatic relations with Israel. So al-Zawahiri is a treasonous Egyptian. He helped assassinate Omar Sadat, and now he's in communication with Mohammed Morsi. So General Sisi used that as an opportunity to overthrow the Muslim Brotherhood, Mohammed Morsi, and that's why General Sisi is now President Sisi and is in charge of Egypt. Now back to what I was talking about during that meeting between Trump, Saudi's King Salman, and President Sisi, and they all put their hands on that globe. What that signified was that there is a new order that is going against the Islamic Wahhabism that had been spread by not only the United States' CIA and not only factions within the Saudi Arabian government, but within the Egyptian government as well. Because lest we forget, terrorism and the idea of Islamic terrorism goes back to the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood first incepted itself in the 1920s in where? Egypt.
Do you suffer from chronic CFED or can't focus energy drain? Try over-the-counter Vibrant. One tablet contains the same caffeine as a cup of coffee, but without the calories or coffee breath. Vibrant. Caffeine, not coffee. Taking Vibrant may result in increased productivity and decreased dread in setting alarms. Unexpected enjoyment of the graveyard shift has been associated with Vibrant. Vibrant may be a better budget option than drinking coffee. It may also decrease the urge to doze off, skip work, or exhibit signs of slacking. All jokes aside, always read the label, take only as directed, and limit caffeine as it may cause real side effects. Not for children under age 12.
So once again, this is a new world order. A new world order in which this idea of utilizing Islamic extremism as a means to centralize global power is over. And that's what the globalists, the ones that we were fighting during the 2016 campaign of Trump for president, these globalists have utilized these Wahhabists, these jihadists, as a means to centralize power. Because they created these jihadists, folks. I mean, let's just take a history lesson for a second, okay? Do we remember when the Russians invaded Afghanistan in the late 70s? When the Russians invaded Afghanistan in the late 70s, the United States utilized this as an opportunity to fight Russia in a proxy war. Now, at the time, the Pashtun tribes and other types of native Afghani type of tribal people pretty much dominated Afghanistan. There was no major presence of Islam in Afghanistan prior to the Russian invasion. Now, where did the jihadis come from? The jihadis came from us, the CIA. The CIA utilized individuals that were CIA operatives like Osama bin Laden and al-Zawahiri and all these people that partook in the Russian invasion, that partook in the Russian fight. You see, what the CIA did, folks, was utilize these key players to galvanize those that were in the Middle East to, quote, practice jihad. Because you see, folks, prior to the Russian invasion of Afghanistan, we didn't see that much terrorism on an Islamic front. I mean, as I recollect, the only Islamic terrorism prior to the Russian invasion of Afghanistan was Black September, and that was Yasser Arafat's Palestinian Liberation, whatever it was called, PLO. Do y'all remember that? Yasser Arafat, which was the Palestinian leader, was the guy who used to organize plane bombings and plane hijackings and that sort of thing because, well, whatever you want to view the Palestinian-Israeli situation on, that's your viewpoint, but that's where I can recollect Islamic terrorism was prevalent. I mean, after the Russian war in Afghanistan, all of a sudden we started seeing onslaughts of Islamic terrorism all across the damn world. And why? Because we created it, folks. We created these jihadis. You see, how they advertised to the Middle East to lure jihadists from the Middle East to Afghanistan was a very spiritual, manipulative way. They would utilize these bin Ladens, these Wahiris, these leaders, and actually tell them to go to the Middle East to recruit these people, and how they would recruit them is this. Because everyone is a devout Muslim, especially Wahhabists and Sunnis, they're devout Muslims, to the point in which they would actually want to practice jihad. Now, there's been a variety of different mujahideen soldiers that came from the Russian war that described why they went to Afghanistan to partake in the Russian war. All right? They said that they wanted to actually practice jihad, and that there's nowhere in the world where you could actually practice jihad except during this Russian war in Afghanistan. And as a result, the CIA and that propaganda wing that lured all those Middle Eastern men from the Middle East to Afghanistan provided the yoke of what is to become Islamic terrorism throughout the world. And every one of those people that fought against the Russians, especially the main platoon leaders of the flanks, the main commanders, these people were all CIA operatives. That's why we were able to defeat the Russians. We were able to galvanize a force, a fighting force that was driven by fundamentalism. Because lest we forget, the Russians, what were they motivated by? They were motivated by communism, a fictitious, secular, bunch of bullshit, with all due respect. It's a godless idea. It's a godless philosophy. So that's why they were no match for a galvanized, fanatical, fundamentalist, jihadist faction. And once the Russians retreated and literally went back to Russia, where were the jihadis to go? Well, the jihadis, they went to Pakistan. And when they went to Pakistan, you had factions within the Saudi Arabian family that funded what they called madrasas all over the world. We started hearing the term madrasa once Barack Obama became president. Remember, he actually went to school in a madrasa back in Indonesia. And who was funding these madrasas? Factions of the Wahhabist Saudi Arabian royal family. Now, with that being said, folks, from the time of the Russian war in Afghanistan to about now is where we have seen this explosion of Islamic extremism. And it's always these characters that fought in the Russian-Afghan war. And why is that? Why are all these guys that fought in the Russian-Afghan war, why are they all the leaders of all these jihadi groups? Because they work for the CIA. Folks, why is it that when Barack Obama was in power, ISIS was just running amok? ISIS was all over the Middle East, chopping heads off, throwing gay people off buildings, killing Christians, killing everybody. I mean, they were able to just go and run amok. How were they able to do that? I mean, you have to understand, somebody has to fund those people. I mean, somebody has got to fund them in the capacity of training. Somebody has to fund them in the capacity of armaments, of ammunition, of rations, because these people got to eat while they're out there beheading people. You know, going out there in the desert and, looking for people to behead, that's going to take a lot of calories. You know, they got to get around. How the hell did they get these trucks out there? How the hell did they get all these uniforms? Folks, the CIA was the one that was funding ISIS. We were the ones. It was the fucking foreign policy, of Barack Obama. He was the one that funded, trained, and armed ISIS. That's why during his the last 4 years of his second term, during his second term, all right, that's why he could never get rid of him. Remember? Oh, well, we underestimated ISIS, and oh, man, we can't get them. They're all over the place. And, oh, man, I mean, we're trying, but we can't. Remember that? ISIS was just running amok, and Barack Obama was pretending like he couldn't do nothing about it. Now we've got Donald Trump in office. It's not even a year, and Donald Trump has legitimately wiped out ISIS. Why? Because he cut the funding that was going to ISIS, all right? And he bombed the hell out of positions that were part of ISIS and dismantled this whole CIA operation of utilizing jihadist Yehudis to centralize power. Now, I know what I just said to you is a big, long-winded history lesson, but it needed to be said because it makes sense why now that Egypt got its leader overthrown, Libya, Muammar Gaddafi got overthrown. Syria was about to be overthrown. It was such a war zone. You have all these refugees from all these Muslim countries. What's happening? What's happening right now? They're utilizing these battle-hardened people. And let's be honest, folks, okay? That's why you have those that are coming in from the Middle East, Syria, North Africa, going into the EU, completely culture-shocking the EU natives. And the EU natives, for a lack of a better term, are so cucked that it's as if they want to be killed by these people. I have no idea what they're feeding these people in the water over there, but it's as if they get killed by a Yehudi, it's like it's like a badge of honor or something out there in Europe. I have no idea. But regardless, the refugee situation aided the centralization of the EU, didn't it? I mean, now you've got the EU rapidly facilitating its own army. You've got the EU wanting its own nuclear weapons. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you have to understand that this jihadist crap was utilized by the globalists to centralize power throughout the international community. That's why you had Barack Obama. That's why you had the Democrats wanting as many jihadists as possible to come into the United States, so when these people start committing acts of terror, it centralizes power. I mean, what happened right after the Paris attacks? Martial law happened in Paris. The crackdown on the freedom of speech happened in Paris. What's happening when all the terrorist attacks happen in the UK, happening in the EU? More and more rights are being taken away from the native people, not because the people that came in and caused the ruckus and caused the terrorism and caused the killing. No, they're centralizing and penalizing the natives. So do you understand? This is what this is all about. That's why I went on this big tirade, because you have the mainstream media calling Donald Trump some kind of a racist and an anti-Muslim because he is showing people what Islamic extremism really is. And if it hadn't have been for Donald Trump going to Saudi Arabia, and if it hadn't have been for Donald Trump taking that Middle Eastern trip and obviously dealing with the right factions of the Middle East, all right? I mean, dealing with the right factions of the Middle East, he, with King Salman, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, President Sisi, King Hussein of Jordan, I mean, all these people are now causing an Islamic reformation. Islamic reformation right now. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not joking around, folks. I mean, all these people in the media that are calling Trump a racist and an Islamophobe and all this other nonsense, this man has aided the Islamic reformation of jihad. Because now you've got the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is now going to be king, promising to eradicate radical Islam until it's completely wiped off the face of the planet. I mean, lest we forget about the Saudi Arabian purges, man. I mean, who was purged in the Saudi Arabian purges? All the Wahhabists in the family out there in Saudi Arabia. All the people that were funding the madrasas, the people that funded the Taliban, the people that funded Al-Qaeda, Zawahiri, ISIS. That's who was rounded up in Saudi Arabia. Just take a look at the names, man. Take a look at the names. Take a look at the names. Bakr bin Laden was rounded up, the patriarch of the bin Laden family. Prince Bandar, which is better known as Bandar Bush, because Prince Bandar was the former head of the Saudi Arabian intelligence agency, and lest we forget that George H.W. Bush was the former head of the CIA. And the reason they would call him Bandar Bush is because he would always be with the Bushes whenever he was in the United States of America. They called him Bandar Bush. You don't think that he was a part of the goddamn Bush crime family? And who else was arrested? Prince Al-Walid. Prince Al-Walid, and I hate to keep repeating this, but you all can find this on YouTube. Days after the 9/11 attacks, Prince Al-Walid actually came to the United States for a photo op or whatever the hell he was doing, and he was right in front of the World Trade Center area attempting to give a $30 million check to Rudolph Giuliani, and Rudolph Giuliani refused the check in front of the media, in front of everybody. He refused the check. And why would Rudolph Giuliani refuse the check from Prince Al-Walid? Because he knew what was going on. And if Rudolph Giuliani said anything about it, we probably wouldn't be seeing him today. So that's the other prince that is been rounded up in this purge. And from what I understand, I hear that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is hanging Prince Al-Walid upside down. I hear they're majorly torturing each and every one of these people, and I guarantee you that everything that they're gathering are all the CIA secrets that were given to them, because lest we forget, these were major financiers of a lot of these jihadist operations that the CIA was managing. You don't think that under duress and under torture that Bandar Bush is going to name all names? You don't think that Al-Walid is going to name names? You don't think that Bakr bin Laden is going to name names? Folks, this is a major reformation that's happening in the Middle East right now, and I think people need to take notice of it, man. I mean, and it basically is caused by Donald Trump. I mean, you can't explain it any other way, man. Anyway, look, I know I was a little long-winded about all that Middle Eastern stuff, folks, but I was sick and tired of hearing these left-wing mainstream media jerk dicks talk garbage about my president as if he is anti-Islam when this man is trying to help preserve Islam, trying to save Islam from this fanatical, radical, terrorist crap. I'm tired of these people doing this to my president. I'm tired of it. I mean, why don't you damn media people start focusing in on some of these left-wing lunatics that are out here committing sexual harassment? Did you hear about John Conyers? Let's go back to sexual harassment for a minute, all right? John Conyers, I mean, I heard Cokie Roberts. Cokie Roberts has been a long-time Beltway journalist. All right, this is a 50, 60-year-old broad, been in the Beltway out there in D.C. for about 40 years. She says that it's notorious that pretty much everybody has seen John Conyers in his underwear. Yeah, like this is just normal. Oh, it's okay. Everybody's seen this old piece of crap in his underwear. I mean, what kind of sick shit is this? I'm sorry, folks. It has to be said. We got to have a conversation about sexual harassment right now, all right? We got to have a conversation about sexual harassment because I can't believe the kind of activities that some of these men have been conducting themselves in and actually think that women are going to fall for this. You know? I mean, Louis C.K., did you hear about him? He just, whenever he had some woman in a meeting that was intended to be business, this guy would just hang out with his wang out and start waxing his carrot while the woman's there like, okay. I mean, Matt Lauer, Al Franken, John Conyers, Harvey Weinstein, all these Hollywood pricks. I mean, hey, did you hear that one asshole that looks like a caveman, that representative out of Houston, Texas, Al Green? Impeachment so easy, a caveman can do it. Even that asshole now is coming out and saying, hey, there might be a woman that comes out and says I sexually harassed her. That's wrong. It was mutual. Everybody wants this caveman. So I want to talk a little bit about sexual harassment. I think it comes down to this, folks, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think it comes down to the fact that both men and women need to just calm their asses down a little bit, okay? Now, I'm going to start with men because I am a man and I know exactly where men are coming from right now. Because I want to be honest, you want to know why most of you men, especially you young men, you want to know why you're alone right now? You want to know why no woman's talking to you? I'll tell you why. Because you probably look like a disgusting, despicable, slovenly, fat piece of pimpled face crap. You probably don't even try. Your threads probably look like hell. You probably wear the same shoes you've been wearing for 5 years. You probably look like a piece of crap. You look like a complete dirt bag. And why do you think that some woman is going to want to just kiss you, hold you, drop her trowel, and let you penetrate her looking like a disgusting piece of slovenly trash like you do? That's first and foremost, because people always think, men always think that it's all about the way they look. Like, oh, my face, it doesn't look the greatest, and oh, my body, it doesn't look the greatest. No, that's not what it is there, men. You know what it is? First and foremost, you got to have some pride in yourself before somebody takes some pride in you. Okay, that's first and foremost. Clean yourself up, wash your damn hair, go to a hairstylist, tell them to style it up. All right, if you've got facial hair, shave it off, all right? Shave off the facial hair, all right? The goddamn hipsters have fruited up facial hair anyway, all right? Shave off your face, all right? Get some nice shoes. Believe it or not, the shoes are the most important thing. For whatever, I don't know what it is, women love shoes. If you want my personal opinion, I think it's from all those years on their knees bowing down, and, you know, they're just used to seeing a man's feet, you know, from bowing down to men from all these thousands of years, that's why they have a fascination with shoes. But that's just my personal opinion. But in my view, you need to get yourself some nice shoes, because that's the first thing a woman sees about a man. And if you have some nice looking, shiny shoes that impress a woman, then you're in there, all right? That's first and foremost, okay? First and foremost, you got to change the way you look. There's a lot of disgusting-looking men out there, and they're slovenly, they're disgusting, and I'm ashamed to call them my fellow gender, because they humiliate me looking so slovenly, okay? First and foremost. Secondly, you gentlemen out here, you need to take yourself a look in the mirror and figure out what you are as a man. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. By God, man, time flies. Anyway, add to your favorites and bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Gab, folks. You can get to Gab by typing in your browser right now, gab.ai. That's gab.ai. You can follow me on there under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Anyway, where was I at, engineer? Oh, yeah, that's right. I talked to you, man, about not dressing like a slovenly piece of crap. Here's the second thing. You men need to realize what you are, okay? Because I hate to say it, you know, you've got fat, disgusting, despicable, smelly-looking men that actually believe that they deserve, like, the finest of fine women that come out on the latest version of Victoria's Secret or something. I'm not joking, man. And that's the problem with you men, all right? You men think that you deserve the best of the best poon, and that's just not going to happen for you. You need to get yourself out of your egotistical wannabe mind, because let's be honest, okay? First and foremost, this is how you'll know. This is how you'll know if you can get those types of women. Now, men, listen to me very, very closely, okay? Because I'm going to ask you some very serious questions. Now, whenever you're out and about, at a grocery store, at a shopping center, at the mall, wherever, do you ever find yourself catching yourself meeting eye to eye with a woman, and the woman just randomly smiles at you? If you don't have any woman that does that to you whenever you're walking, well, then there's something wrong with you, okay? That means that you are a slovenly, ugly piece of garbage, or you're always frowning. You look like a disgusting, despicable human being, and you need to change that, okay? Now, let's say you say, yeah, Ghost, I actually do have women that catch my eye, and they smile at me occasionally. And okay, I'll say, okay, you've got that, okay. Then my next question to you is, do you think that those women are attractive that are smiling at you whenever you catch their eye in a random area like a grocery store or shopping center? And if your answer is no, if your answer is no, Ghost, I mean, they smile at me, but I mean, those women are, I don't like them, well, then that's your problem, my man, right there and then. You see what I'm saying? Right there and then, you need to tame your freaking ego, because, look, the kinds of chicks that are looking at you and catching at you eye to eye and randomly smiling at you, if they're not the fine piece of poontang that you wish you had, well, then you need to come to grips that you're never going to get one of those right off the bat. Not one of them is not going to fall in your lap. Not one of them is just going to randomly talk to you. You need to come to grips with it, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that you can't find one and you can't score with one, or you can't find one with a relationship, but it means that you need to step your game down, and you need to realize that instead of trying to go for 8s and 9s on a scale of 1 to 10, instead of trying to go for 8s and 9s, if what's smiling at you is a 5 or 6, well, then maybe you should just go up and start talking to the 5 or 6. All right? Just start talking to them. And when you talk to a woman, you dumbasses, you don't have to make it seem as if you want them right off the bat. I mean, do you understand? A woman hates a dude that goes up to her and, like, she could see that you want her poon right off the bat. I mean, she could see you nervous. She could see you wanting a piece. I mean, women are smart. They know. So what you should do, gentlemen, instead of going up and acting like Mr. Casanova, instead of going up there with a stupid, dumbass line like, hey, man, was your dad a terrorist because you're a bomb? No, don't do that. I mean, just randomly nonchalant, in a nonchalant way, get around her proximity. And when you get around her proximity and she looks at you and you look at her, say, hey, how you doing? And she's just going to go, hi, how you doing? And wherever you're at, that's what you talk about. Do you understand? Don't talk about anything else. If you're at the mall saying, oh, it's pretty hectic at the mall out here, right? And she's going to react and be like, yeah, it's hectic, isn't it? And just say, yeah, I'm actually out here, shopping for gifts. The family thing. I'm doing the whole family bit this Christmas. And she's going to be like, yeah, I know what you mean. Now, one of two things are going to happen, gentlemen. Either she's going to be extensive in her talk. Whenever you talk to her and she says more than 2 sentences, that's a hint that she actually wants to continue to keep conversating with you, okay? But if she's very short and just gives you one-liners, then just forget it. Go and try something else. Stop humiliating yourselves, gentlemen. Good God. And secondly, let's say after that, and look, all you have to do is have a decent 5-minute conversation with a woman. And don't bring up anything sexual. Don't bring up anything. Just say, hey, I really appreciate the conversation. You want to go have some coffee sometime? Or, you maybe we'll walk around the mall or something? And if she says, yeah, you're in, man. You call her up, you have a walk around the mall, you have a coffee, you have a conversation, and that's how it works. And you see, when you take out that 5 or 6 on a scale from 1 to 10, when you take out that 5 or 6 and you give her a good time, and other women that are looking at you when you're on this date with this 5 or 6, when they're looking at you and you make this 5 or 6 smile, you make this 5 or 6 smile, you make her feel happy, y'all are laughing, you're going to start seeing 8 or 9s starting to come up to you and smile at you and talk to you. I swear to God, folks, if you don't believe me, just try it. I'm not joking. Because what women want, they want other people's property, all right? Because women, what they're trying to do is live vicariously through other people because they don't know what they want. Women do not know what the hell they want. And when they see somebody like you who is a well-dressed man who takes pride in themselves, who's actually taking out a 5 or a 6 and showing her a good time, when they see that from a third-party perspective, they're like, why can't I do that? How come I can't laugh with this guy? How come I can't have a boyfriend like that? And I swear to God, folks, gentlemen, you're going to have 8, 9, 7s come up to you all the time, try to talk to you, try to conversate with you. Folks, that's how it works. Okay? That's how it works, gentlemen. And let me tell you, you don't have to be overtly sexual to have an active sex life. To be honest with you, gentlemen, women want to be persuaded and swooned into dropping trow. Do you understand? I mean, don't initiate any kind of sexual idealism. Don't act desperate. Because believe me, if you turn the woman on by giving her a good time and making her laugh and taking her to the movies and making other women jealous and all this other crap, she's going to want to screw you. She's going to want to do something to you because that's what women want. Women want what other women can't have. And if other women, and believe me, man, if you take a 5 or a 6 out and you're out there making her laugh, she's going to be looking in her periphery at all the other women in that room. And if any of those women are looking, she's going to bask in that crap, baby. She's going to bask in it. And that's what's going to make you a shoe-in for any kind of sexual conquest. All right? Now, once again, folks, I hope this helps you, gentlemen. You do not have to sexually harass women for women to want you. You just have to come to grips with yourself, gentlemen, on what you are as a man and what kind of women are attracted to you. And if what's attracted to you, you're not attracted to, well, you need to calm your ego down there, boy. You understand? I mean, what are you doing besides waxing your own carrot to enemy? All right? That's why I'm saying you need to step your game down until you get enough confidence to understand that, hey, man, I mean, I can get any chick I want. And believe me, it will happen at some point. You'll start realizing what women like to see as far as the threads are concerned, what kind of hairdos they like, what kind of shoes they like. You'll understand what kind of women like certain type of men, what kind of dress that you need to dress like to obtain a certain type of woman. You're going to know this. But by God, you cannot sit here and think that women are just going to fall in your lap. It's not going to be the case. Do you understand that women are offered sexual relations with men at least about 20 times daily? You understand? I'm not joking. So what makes you any more special? You know what's going to make you special? What's going to make you special is if you're confident, you dress well, and you make the woman seem as if you want to know her and not want to be inside of her. And when she gathers that you want to know her and you're making her laugh and you're making her feel nice, that's when women feel like they want to have sex. Okay, gentlemen? When they feel secure, when they feel happy, when they feel like, you know, this was a great time, this was a great evening, this was a great night, that's when they themselves will want to initiate sexual relations. Do you understand, gentlemen? I mean, good God. I'm sick and tired, because, look, I'm going to be honest with you guys, all right? Women smile at me all the goddamn time, okay? I'm not even joking around. My wife is sick of it. But, I mean, I could literally be walking down any goddamn mall, anywhere, and women are literally, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm just looking and walking and trying to look in front of me and the side of me, you know, to take a look at my surroundings, and you'll find a woman that'll just, I don't know, it's like she's looking at you or something, and then when you catch her eye, she smiles. I mean, it happens to me all the time. And you want to know why it happens to me? Because I go out with Mrs. Ghost, and Mrs. Ghost is always smiling. I'm always holding her hand. You know, it's my girl. It's my woman. You understand? And other women want that. And not to mention, I'm a badass too, man. I'm a pretty big man. You understand? I mean, I kick ass and take names, for Christ's sake. I look like I have answers for shit. You know what I mean? And women want that. They want confidence. They want men that are confident, that have answers, that aren't afraid of anything. You understand? So that's why I'm telling you, gentlemen, man, that's all you need. You need to freshen up, all right? You need to get yourself a look, and if you don't know what a look is, then go to a hairstylist and get a homosexual hairstylist. I'm not joking, all right? Because a woman, you don't want a woman hairstylist. A woman hairstylist is going to make you into the guy that she thinks other women want. A homosexual hairstylist is going to turn you into the guy that he wants to fuck. Excuse my French, all right? I'm just saying, you're going to get a better hairdo from a homosexual, okay? And then ask somebody in one of these clothing places, you know, go to a clothing place and ask them, hey, look, what's my style? What do you think? Try on a few clothes, man. Make a day of it, for Christ's sake. Look in the mirror. You understand? I'm not joking. I mean, these are things that you have to do. And look, once you look well, once you look nice, start being in public arenas and notice if anybody smiles at you. If you catch an eye of a woman, just see if she smiles. If she smiles at you, she's smiling at you for a reason. Okay? Because she could smile at anybody. Okay? She could smile at anybody. She's smiling at you for a reason. So it's up to you on how to approach that, and don't approach it aggressively, man, because that's what every dude's doing. What you want to do is say, hey, how you doing? And just start talking random discussion. And if you've got her there for 5 minutes and she's mutually talking to you, don't be an idiot and think that by her spitting out one-liners is her talking to you. No. If she's spitting out one-liners, then that means she wants you to go the hell away. But if she's mutually talking to you for about 5 minutes, then leave her hanging and say, hey, well, look, I've got to get going, but I love talking to you. Do you mind if I get your number or email or text or something? I'd love to maybe take you out, maybe we can get some coffee, maybe we can, like very innocent shit. Don't say, hey, I'll take you out to eat and the dinner and, no. Don't, you're moving too fast for women. Just say, yeah, we can go get a coffee, or maybe I can get you an ice cream or something. Believe it or not, I know ice cream sounds gay, but it works. All right, I'm just saying. It's innocence. Women, remember, they want to feel non-threatened. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to feel obligated. You understand? I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you guys, man. Anyway, folks, I hope that this helps some of you gentlemen, because I'm tired of seeing young gentlemen by themselves. I mean, like I said, do what I told you to do, and it'll work. All right, change the way you look. Make sure to have nice shoes, good clothes, good hair. Make sure to shower every day. Okay, make sure to put some cologne on. Cologne's a big deal. All right, women love cologne. All right, Armani, Gucci. All right, get some cologne, and just go walk around and see if anybody looks at you. All right. And if women are looking at you, gauge what kind of woman that is, whether or not she's an attractive woman, she's an unattractive woman, she's an ugly, she's a fatty, whatever she is, she's into you. And if she's into you, well, then go talk to her. What else are you doing? You're not doing anything anyway. Just go talk to her. All right, go out with her. You'll be surprised. When you're out with women, you'll be surprised how many women will want you, man. It's disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. I'm not joking. You'll be surprised how many people want you because you've got a woman. When you're single, bro, nobody wants your sorry ass. I know. Believe me, I know. When you're single, nobody wants your sorry ass. And then when you get a woman, everybody wants to screw you. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Anyway, folks, we got to get. Man, I'm running out of time here. We were going to talk about net neutrality, but if y'all can go on my Gab right now, I gabbed a tweet that Trump tweeted out in 2014 about net neutrality. Okay, and he basically said, and I quote, Obama's attack on the internet is another top-down power grab. Net neutrality is the fairness doctrine, will target conservative media. And that was in 2014, folks, and that's why I keep telling you right now what YouTube's doing, what Twitter's doing, what Facebook is doing. They're doing it under the net neutrality umbrella. All right? Wake up. Stop spurging out already, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, net neutrality is the centralization of the internet, for Christ's sake, man. Stop spurging out. Now, I was going to talk a little bit about Brexit, and supposedly there's supposed to be some EU-Britain divorce next week on the table. I don't think it's going to happen. And even if it does happen, folks, I've talked about this before, Brexit will not fulfill itself. It may look that way on paper, but there has to be 10 different agreements that have to be passed for a full-fledged Brexit divorce. And that includes, shipping, fisheries, movement of travel. I mean, all kinds of different things that I don't think people of Britannia understand. I think that what they're going to come up with next week is something that says that Britannia is no longer a part of the EU, but is still economically obligated to the EU. And I wouldn't be surprised if immigration was a part of that freedom of movement wasn't a part of that deal as well. So I feel very sorry for my friends that voted for Brexit in Britannia, because in my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a big nothing burger, and this just goes to show that why we in America are lucky that we are not, and I repeat, we are not under the parliamentary party system. Because let me tell you, if we were under the parliamentary party system, we'd be just as screwed as Britannia and its Commonwealth. I mean, take a look at what's happening in Australia, for Christ's sake, and how they literally have a revolving door of prime ministers. I mean, look at what's happening in Britannia, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, come on. I'm just saying, I'm glad that we, as the people, still had enough political capital in this country to elect Donald Trump. I mean, you understand, there were too many people that voted for Donald Trump, too many people that were for Donald Trump, for the system to pull the wool over the people's eyes. They had to elect this man. And that proves that our government is still for the people and by the people. But we still have to be politically aware. We've got to be politically cognizant. We've got to be politically serious. Do you understand? Not just for 2016 presidential elections, for all elections. Do you understand? Because the whole reason why the political bureaucrats threw this country down the tubes the past 30 and 40 years is because the people fell asleep at the wheel and the bureaucrats took control of the wheel and sold us out and fleeced our tax system. We can't go to sleep at the wheel again, folks, or we're going to end up like these people in Britannia. You know what I'm saying? They voted for Brexit and they ain't never going to get it. Voted for Brexit, ain't never going to get it, folks. Jesus Christ. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake, man. I would be pissed if I was in Britannia. Wake up, Britannia! What is your problem? You voted for Brexit! You voted for Brexit! What's your problem? Jesus Christ, man. Out here in America, we'd be up in arms, literally. You understand that? Anyway, folks, let me get to some other news, folks. We were talking about Saudi Arabia, and we're talking about Iran. Well, this is a very, very precarious move being taken part by Turkey and Iran. Turkey and Iran have signed a trade deal with Qatar. Now, folks, if y'all are not familiar, Qatar got into it with most of the Arab states this past June. Remember when they cut off supplies and cut off any kind of shipments going into Qatar there for a second? I don't know if y'all remember that. But who was leading that particular Arab state cutoff was Saudi Arabia and Egypt. Cutting off trade ties, cutting off shipments to Qatar as a country. And that happened on June 5th, okay? Then on June 22nd, the Arab nation states that cut off trade ties with Qatar listed a list of 13 demands.
When we listen to the radio, we never agree on the station.
Classic rock.
Hip-hop. Pop. Guys, quiet. The one thing we do agree on, we all want an awesome free phone. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 free phones of your choice from brands you love, like Samsung, Motorola, and LG when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Free phone requires port. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
To Qatar. One of those demands, folks, one of those demands was to close a Turkish military base being built in Qatar. And, of course, Qatar, obviously, with the signing of this trade deal with Turkey and Iran, basically told Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the other nation states, F you, we're now down with Iran and Turkey. Now, this is a very, very, this is a precarious move, because now what it says to me, folks, that Iran and Turkey are obviously working together. Now, Turkey, folks, literally pulled the wool over the eyes of the EU and NATO. Because lest we forget, isn't Turkey still in NATO? I mean, isn't Turkey trying to be a part of the EU? Didn't Merkel meet with Erdogan and trust this son of a bitch? Now you've got Turkey and Iran signing a deal with Qatar. And lest we forget, this is a little side note about Qatar. Do y'all remember Clock Boy? That asshole little kid Clock Boy who obviously made something resembling a bomb in a briefcase and claimed it was a goddamn clock, and that anti-American president piece of trash Barack Obama decided to invite him to the White House? Do you remember that? Well, Clock Boy, after he cashed out from all the money that was raised by a bunch of liberal jerk-offs that did whatever Barack Obama said, him and his daddy, Clock Boy's daddy, shipped off to Qatar. And that's where they're living right now. They're living in Qatar. And I would also like to add that Clock Boy's father actually ran for president of the Sudan twice against al-Bashir and lost. Yeah. Now, I wonder if that money that was collected during the whole Clock Boy ordeal is going to be used by Clock Boy's father to run again in Sudan against al-Bashir. I wonder if that's I wonder what's going to happen with that. I think that's very interesting. I'm telling you, Barack Obama was an anti-American piece of trash president, man. And anybody who still thinks that this man is a good president, you are legitimately insane. He did more to damage America than any of our enemies could ever dream. But anyway, once again, Qatar refuses the Arab nation states' demands and signs a deal with Turkey and Iran. So what this means, folks, is that Turkey, Iran, Qatar, Syria, and Libya are now the axis of terrorism, the axis of Islamic terrorism. Because outside of these nation states, everyone wants to get rid of this fanatical radicalism of Islamic jihadism. I mean, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman says he wants to eradicate it, called the Iranian supreme leader the Hitler of the Middle East. And now we've got this two-face coming out of Turkey, aren't we? Huh? And doesn't this kind of coincide with the fact that Russia and Putin, I should say Vladimir Putin, not Russia. Russia wants to kill Putin. Now Putin has decided to sell out to Islam. And we talked about, what was it, on Monday? We talked about the Chechnyan leader, the Islamic Chechnyan leader. What the hell is his name? Ramzan Kadyrov. Ramzan Kadyrov was one of the down-ass Chechnyan rebels that helped kill I don't know how many goddamn Russians in the quest for Chechnyan's independence. And, I mean, this guy was a hard-ass Chechnyan rebel Muslim leader. And he eventually became the leader of Chechnya, and he recently stepped down to allow the Kremlin to choose a successor for Chechnya. And meanwhile, Ramzan Kadyrov, this Chechnyan leader, is now dedicating his life to Putin. He said, "I will die for Putin," which basically means that Putin has sold out his own Russian people to the Islamic contingent that he was fighting against for the past 20 years. It doesn't make any sense, man. I'm telling you, this is so mind-boggling, it's disgusting. If I was a Ruski in Russia, I mean, I would want, a 187 shout-out to goddamn Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin deserves to be assassinated for literally selling out his Ruskis to a bunch of Islamic terrorists. So what we have here, folks, is the remnants of Islamic fanaticism, jihadism, terrorism, has now gone on the side of Turkey, Iran, Qatar, and Russia. All of these countries Barack Obama was very friendly with. Lest we forget that Barack Obama met with the leader of Turkey, Prime Minister Erdogan, more than any other head of state during Barack Obama's tenure as president. He met with Erdogan more than any other head of state. Lest we forget that Barack Obama gave Iran, what was it, $300 billion to supposedly stop building nuclear weapons. With that money, folks, they can go buy a nuclear weapon at this point. All right, folks? And the reason I brought up Qatar and how Bomb Boy, Clock Boy, and his father basically moved out of the United States after they got all their Clock Boy money and moved to Qatar, this just goes to show you whose loyalties Barack Obama's was always with, folks. You understand? That's why right now Donald Trump is against Islamic terrorism. He's against what Barack Obama was funding, training, and arming. That's why I'm saying, do you think it's a coincidence that when Barack Obama was in power during his last term that he couldn't do nothing about ISIS? Oh, we can't do nothing about them. Oh, we can't do nothing about them. They're beheading people. They're killing Christians. And once Donald Trump takes office, he completely eradicates ISIS like they weren't a big deal. That's because Barack Obama and the CIA and the administration were funding, arming, and training these people. Do you get it? Wake up! Wake up! I mean, take a look at the liberated country of Libya. And that's why I'm telling you, you dumb socialists out here, the only model that ever had any resemblance of somewhat working on a corrupt level was Libya. I mean, you idiots. That's what most socialists don't even understand. Libya was the only country that had any kind of semblance of working. I mean, Muammar Gaddafi, when he first took over the country, he wanted to make sure that everybody in Libya had a home before he had a home. So what did he do? He forced his own mother and father and himself to live in a tent in the desert before his own goddamn family had a home, so everybody else had a home. He shared the oil profits that Libya profited on with the people, gave free health care, free housing to the people. I mean, this is socialism, man. Now, where were you socialists, in condemnation? Where were you socialists? All right? When Muammar Gaddafi was being taken down, where were you socialists at? You know where you were at? You were like, yay, Obama, yay, yay, why, yay. That's what you idiots were doing. And that's why, with all due respect, I believe that we need to have voter reform, and we need to make sure that the exclusive group of people that have the right to vote in America are capitalists. And what does it take to be a capitalist? You just have to work for your money, and you've got to pay taxes. Because as I always stated, you as a capitalist, folks, if you pay taxes, these little assholes in Washington, you own these people. We, the capitalists, we own these little people in Washington. And that's why the power to vote should belong to us exclusively, the capitalists. We own these people in Washington. We own these little people. Jesus Christ. And oh yeah, the Benghazi, talking about Libya, the Benghazi trial of some moron that they're utilizing as a patsy got convicted for not the murder of the folks that were in Benghazi, but for the conspiracy, which is ridiculous. I mean, come on, folks, let's be honest. You know as well as I that the Benghazi situation, it wasn't an embassy, it wasn't a consulate, it was a CIA outpost. It was a CIA outpost to gun run guns that were coming in from Turkey, and they were actually being distributed out of that outpost. Why do you think the so-called Ambassador Stevens, and he was not an ambassador capacity in that outpost, folks, all right? The reason Ambassador Stevens was there was because he was an expert in the region. He knew the language. He was an expert in the culture, all right? He knew exactly how to talk to these people, supposedly, right? And who was he being protected by? He wasn't being protected by the army or the military, which most consulates and all embassies are guarded by. He was being protected by CIA operatives. Now, who the hell gets protected by CIA operatives besides other CIA operatives, folks? And that's why I'm telling you, that's what Benghazi was all about. Benghazi was a gun-running operation run amok. And they've got some idiot patsy moron out here supposedly on trial to kind of just fan the flames away from the true culprits of Benghazi, which was Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and everybody else in his administration, for Christ's sake. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's it. I'm done with the goddamn news. I'm done with the damn broadcast, all right? I'm telling you, I'm trying to plant seeds out here. I hope that you folks take whatever I broadcasted today and utilize it in your lives. I'm trying to create better capitalists out here. I'm trying to create better gentlemen. You understand? I mean, it's not that hard. Do something for yourself, baby. You know the difference between capitalists and everybody else? Everybody else wait around their whole goddamn pathetically useless lives, wait around waiting for things to happen to them. You understand that? All these people wait for things to happen to them. And you know what us capitalists do? We go out and we make things happen. Do you understand? That's the difference between capitalists and everybody else. Capitalists go out and we make things happen. We don't wait for things to happen. We make things happen. We make things happen. That's what we do. And I'm trying to create more capitalists throughout the internet and throughout the world. Jesus Christ, man. Let me have a drink of water, for Christ's sake. I'm trying to stay sober between all this crap. All right, I guess it's about that time, all right, for everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. And I'm talking about radio graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti. And by the way, folks, check out my Gab. Look at my Gab right now, baby. We've got some radio graffiti swag going on. And look, I think this is about the last week for radio graffiti swag and True Capitalist radio swag. So if you haven't gotten it, man, this is the last week for it. I'm pulling it down after this week. It's over. So once again, take a look at my Gab. Take a look at my Gab right now. That's some radio graffiti swag, baby. Go ahead and take a look at it. We got shirts, we got mugs, we got it all, baby. We got it all. Woo! Anyway, hey, engineer, do we got any radio graffiti calls to be had here? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some goddamn radio graffiti calls right now. Who do we have here? How about anonymous radio graffiti?
Hello, Ghost. This is Boris Sputnikov. You know, I hear a lot of people say that Ruskies hack Americansky election. We meddle in democratic process. But I here to prove we did not hack election. It is proof. Donald Trump is in White House, president of all the Americanskis. You know what that means? We no hack United States election, comrade. No. Ruskies did not want Donald Trump in White House. We wanted Edward Snowden in White House.
All right, shut this stupid vodka cockeyed drinking Ruski up. Somebody shut that stupid idiot up, all right? Good God, anonymous radio graffiti. Pylons, radio graffiti.
Pardon me. Welcome, brother, but let me understand. Pardon me. Fuck you. Pardon me.
What the hell was that crap? I couldn't even understand that, you stupid tard. Good God, anonymous radio graffiti. Yeah, here we go with this crap. How about 423 radio graffiti?
Let me tell you something right now, and I'll say it again. If I ever see Barack Obama out here in the San Antonio streets, I'm going to kick the bejesus out of this idiot.
Give it your freaking belt off. That's what you need, boy. You hear that? That's what you... Yeah! Son of a bitch! That's what you need, boy. That's what you need, boy. Man, get that freaking racist crap. Get that racist crap out of here. You're racist. Get that racist crap out of here, man. Come on. You're trying to take me off the air? You're going to get me took off the air. Stop it with that racist crap. Good God. Look, I don't have any patience with you people today. I'm not joking around. Give me the mic. I don't have any goddamn patience with you pieces of crap today. Do you understand that? Huh? You take two... Again, I'll end this show. I'll end it early, and you can take the goddamn thing and shove it up your ass. You stop pissing me off. God, give me the mic. Stop pissing me off. Just stop pissing me off and stop doing it. Stop doing it. 352 Radio Graffiti. Templeton. With a beach in sight and a cold Bud Light, he's in the party frenzy. He's Templeton McKenzie. What party loving happening dude? Templeton. Hey, look, just because that one time Templeton was licking some beer off the floor because you assholes made me break my glass doesn't mean that he spuds McKenzie, all right, asshole? 305 Radio Graffiti. Look, what's going on between me and is personal, all right?
Oh, no.
Man, you guys are sick, man. Damn it. Look, you sick perverts, man. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm tired of dealing with this, man. I mean, you people don't even make me want to come back and do a Baller Friday, man. You make me not even want to come back and do a damn Baller Friday, you sack of crap. Give me the damn mic. Goddamn kebab, meatbag chewing, gender fluid fondling, testes, taste testing, cheese hole chomping, pizza crap. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Good God, man. I don't even want to do a damn Baller Friday, man. I don't even want to do a damn Baller Friday. Good God, man. How about anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Chinese things don't mean a thing. Words to your Chinese things. My thing by the Chinese. Move with those Chinese. I come from the streets, no such thing as Chinese. Do the Chinese. Do the jump.
What that? Just shut that stupid. What is that supposed to be, you moron? 352 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, you. Are you a one and only lonely pony waiting to find a stable mate? Do you fantasize about Rainbow Dash's good piece of ass? Call me and other Pegasisters at 1-900-BUCK-ME-HARD. Our artist-friendly call girls are on standby if you're seeking men. We have the best stallions waiting on your call, too.
I like nice stories.
Of course, transgender Pegasisters are an option, too. So call me or the others who are standing by at 1-900-BUCK-ME-HARD. Don't delay. Call right away.
$4.99 a minute. Must be 21 and older to call. The line open 24 hours a day. Bringing day or night stories with us.
Hi, welcome to My Little Pony Hotline. You have reached the secret hotline for bronies that are trying to clop.
You know what? Get this sick clopping crap out of here! You guys are sick! You're sick! Damn it, you're sick! You sick clopping pieces of pony trash! I can't believe you idiots think that's funny. There's nothing funny about that! There's nothing funny about I like nice stories. I like stories about A-boy incarnate. I like to write nice stories. There's nothing funny about that, you piece of crap. Give me a break. Hold on, give me the mic. Hold on. Hey, who the hell is this Tycho Cali Fox? Obviously a furry. Why are you continuously posting fork crap? Look at my gab. They've got a fork screwing a spoon, and the spoon is saying, "Fork me, baby, fork me." I mean, good God, damn it! Damn it! You sick pervert! Damn it! Look at my gab! Check out my gab, for Christ's sake! There's a fork screwing a spoon! Where do you find this sick crap? Where the hell do you find this sick crap? Where do you find this garbage? Jesus, give me the mic. Of course it'd have to be some sick-ass furry fruit bowl that finds this crap, doesn't it, huh? Have to be some furry little fruit bowl. Look, I've had enough of the forks. You've been talking about fork this, fork that, fork this. Fork you! Fork you! Fork you off! God! Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Other subject, but right now let's go ahead and get to the financial markets hour. Let's talk about crypto. Let's get to Bitcoin Cash. I mean, good God. You either made a lot of money or you lost money. I was definitely riding those waves, baby. I mean, Hey, asshole. You're sleeping during the financial hour. That's why you're going to be on your knees shining capitalist shoes, you poor piece of trash. That's why all you're getting from me is this. That's all you're getting from me, boy. 352 Radio Graffiti.
I'm going to send you something through Gab after the splice ghost. Enjoy.
We got 8 equal.
So, what did you do this weekend?
Man, that Million Woman March, I will never forget that. I'm sorry. I'm not even joking. Holding up signs saying, "No, you make me a sandwich."
Really now? One day you're for Donald Trump because you're rich, and the second you're angry at him because he grabbed your wife's pussy.
We took these women out of the kitchen and said, "Hey, honey, you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to get you out there, and we're going to make you a corporate mogul. It's going to make you feel great. You're going to feel like a liberated woman."
Anyways, what's next?
You know, I don't believe in fat femmes. If you're an overweight person, as if you're like some kind of a twink or some kind of a trap or something, bull crap.
Speaking of traps, have you been clean lately, Mr. Albin?
I got busted with the tranny in the car at 3 in the morning. Okay,
I thought I told you to stay clean, Thomas.
But I'm just saying.
That trap is literally destroying your marriage, you know. Anyways, any news on your diet?
I want more porterhouse.
Okay. Let's calm down.
I want more steak, and I want it cheap.
I swear, you should have never brought those steaks from the market. I mean, they're expensive, and I know they're tasty when they're cooked right, but just calm down, man.
We're headed into Thanksgiving. We're headed into Christmas, where everybody likes to have a hambo.
See, what? Thomas, are you okay? Jeez, hold on. Breathe in. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Just breathe in. What you did to my carpet, man? What have you been eating? You've been eating too much butter yesterday, haven't you?
My heart, man. Shut up. It's not the butter. Shut up.
What the freaking hell was that?
And who is that fruity-ass sounding fruit bowl talking? Look, man, I am tired of this crap. I'm tired. Look, I'm only going to take a couple more of these goddamn calls, and if it continues to be like this, I am out of here. I am out. And you assholes will be goddamn lucky if I come back here for a Baller Friday. I can tell you that right goddamn now. Give me the mic.
I'm warning you assholes, all right? I'm warning you assholes. Jesus Christ. 352 Radio Graffiti.
I'm going to send you something.
Seriously. Not you again, Fruit Bowl, all right? Let somebody else have a try there, fruity ass, all right? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Communist simpleton! My dog loves communists!
Wait, hold on. How the hell did you get Templeton to sing the freaking Soviet national anthem? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What the hell?
Don't you do that to my dog again, you sorry sack of crap! My dog is a capitalist! Do you all hear me? Do you all hear me, you autist ass-meat trolls? My dog is a capitalist! Jesus Christ, I don't know how you all did that. Give me the mic.
I don't know how you sorry sacks of crap did that, man, but don't do that again. Don't do that ever again. Don't do that ever again.
Do you suffer from chronic CFED or can't focus energy drain? Try over-the-counter Vibrant. One tablet contains the same caffeine as a cup of coffee, but without the calories or coffee breath. Vibrant. Caffeine, not coffee. Taking Vibrant may result in increased productivity and decreased dread in setting alarms. Unexpected enjoyment of the graveyard shift has been associated with Vibrant. Vibrant may be a better budget option than drinking coffee. It may also decrease the urge to doze off, skip work, or exhibit signs of slacking. All jokes aside, always read the label, take only as directed, and limit caffeine as it may cause real side effects. Not for children under age 12.
Everything is better in twos. 2 puppies, the 2-step, double Dutch, both eyebrows. Or even better, 2 lines of unlimited data for only $80 a month with the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. That deserves 2 very big thumbs up. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
$55 per month per line, limited 2 plan, credit required on 2 lines, $80 per month after $30 credit on second line, data speed max of 3 megabits per second, video streaming max 1.5 megabits per second after 22 gigabytes data usage, Cricket makes low speeds, pricing subject to change at any time.
Good God, man. 630 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that you're a really good guy, and that I just wanted to tell you that I love your show, and that I really appreciate the news you've been doing, and I really like that.
Yeah, I thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, see ya. 347 Radio Graffiti.
Hang on. Hey, Ghost, next time you attempt to give relationship advice to an audience you clearly have no relation to, make sure your next wife isn't mail order so you can speak from real experience, you bald-headed fuck.
Whoa, is that a hardcore lisp going on? You got? Oh, hold on, wait, why'd you hang up? What? Oh, come on, why'd you hang up? I want to talk to you. I want to see if you got a lisp going on there. Come on. Call him back, engineer. Call his ass back. Oh, he's not answering no more, boy. Come on, answer the phone now, boy. Call him back, engineer. Oh, he took his phone off the. I wanted to hear that lisp again. I want to. Hey, Coach, I wanted to say that I think I saw you. I speak so fast. It's like a Jesus Christ! I like to bitch slap your mother for either smoking or drinking while you were in the womb, for heaven's sake. 412 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, great, a Helen Keller deaf mute. 973 Radio Graffiti.
I live in the land of cotton. I was born in Dixieland. Home of the loveliest ladies alive, by far the finest brand. And I love making dates in all 13 states. I love to treat myself. The satisfaction guaranteed, they sure do beat everything that's anywhere else.
All right, get that stupid crap off, for Christ's sake. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. 360 Radio Graffiti. I don't want to fuck myself with it. Fork. That's right, folks. Stick a fork in me. Stick a goddamn fork in me. God damn it, shut up! Shut up with the forks! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! God damn it, will you shut up with the freaking forks? Will you all shut up with the fork this, fork that, fork him, fork you! Fork you! Get in the mic! God damn it, fork you! Give me the goddamn mic! Fork you, goddammit! Fork you! 614 Radio Graffiti!
G'day, man. I just wanted to tell you about my new business venture. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start selling paint thinner and tiny little spray cans of paint, so that once you actually apply all the paint, you can get all of the high at once. I'm going to accept payment in 42 coin, and of course, once it hard forks, Bitcoin Diamond. Thanks, mate.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Can you shove your paint, you know where? Come on, man. Come on! Come on! 713 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, ¿cómo estás, carnal, man? It's your Pet Mexican. Orale.
Hey, what's up? It's the Pet Mexican. What's going on, man?
Hey, what are you going to be giving away these holiday, like merchandise or anything? Wanted to ask that.
I'm not too sure, man. I don't have anything in the works, but I'm still going to be broadcasting. We're going to be doing a Christmas Eve show, and not to mention the Ghosties are coming up, baby, the Ghosties, and that's on New Year's Eve, but I'm not too sure about holiday stuff. We may do a holiday card. I don't know yet. We may do. I'm not too sure.
Simón Limón, pues ahí te veo, man.
Orale, arato, te miro, te mato, puto. Orale, taco. All right, burrito. 540 Radio Graffiti.
Hello and good evening, Ghost. It's Damon at Capitalist. Hey, I've been meaning to call you last Thanksgiving, but my store was too busy. Anyway, can I tell you what I'm thankful for?
No, you can't, because we don't have much time, you stupid fruit bowl, all right? 352 Radio Graffiti. Seriously, Samsung. Radio Graffiti. This man that you're listening to right now, I don't drink no goddamn soy. I don't eat no goddamn soy. I'm filled with piss and fury.
Look in the mirror, if necessary, and ask yourself, why exactly is it that you are doing such harsh and such mischievous things?
Well, imagine my shock. He's a soy boy. Let that sink in.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
You know what? Shut up. Just shut your stupid, stinking, smelly hole, all right? Shut up. Just shut your mouth. 502 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just want to thank you so much for all your crypto advice. I'm cashing out on it. And don't think that the advice you give out is just throwing pearls at swine. A lot of people take it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, and hopefully you're making some serious capital with it, man, because that's what it's all about. I'm trying to create capitalists here. All right, how about 647 Radio Graffiti? God damn it, a fork remix? A fucking fork remix? Damn it! Enough of this crap! Enough! A goddamn fork remix? Are you kidding me? Enough of the goddamn forks, do you understand? Enough of the goddamn forks! Give me the mic! Give me the mic! Enough of the goddamn forks! Enough! Jesus Christ! 614 Radio Goddamn Graffiti!
Ghost, I now identify as an Indian. It would be most gratifying if you would join me in this tub of curry and stroke me with a loaf of naan. Then we can add my special sauce into the curry and enjoy it together. Oh my.
Oh, God, that sounded horrible. We can't end on that. 352 Radio Graffiti.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
No, shut up, Charles Manson. You're dead. All right, 901 Radio Graffiti.
Ha! Dude, what do you mean by soy boy, all right? I haven't had a whole...
Oh, here he is. Yay, yay, we're going to end with this guy. Yay, yay, see you Friday. Yay.
There's no joke. I'm selling a bunch of soy, man. What do you mean by soy boy? I'm being fucking in...
All right, that's it. All right, look, that's enough. I've had enough. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. I've had enough, and I'm not ending. You know what? I'm done, man. You know, maybe I'll be here Friday. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Add to your favorites, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. You know what? Let's take one more. All right, let's take one more. Let's just take one more. What the hell? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. We got Ghost Bullies Autistics. Look, no, that's a bunch of crap. I don't bully autistics.
No, that's wrong. What's abundantly clear is that you're full of shit.
I'm tired of coddling these stupid freaking autists and these Asperger assholes. Hey, wait a minute. Just because I don't want to coddle a bunch of autistic assholes doesn't mean that I'm bullying them, all right? All right, if anything, I'd like to bully their parents. I'd like to slap their parents around for not only not taking care of their children and dumping them off on a psychologist so that they can induce them with psychotropic drugs, but for pussy pampering these stupid little man-children fruits. All right, that's what I'd like to do. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell.
Suck on my schlong all night long. Suck on my schlong. Suck it all night. Suck it all night. Suck it all night long. Stupid morons. 630 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. You hung up on me, and I didn't...
Yeah, it gives you sound like a fruit bowl. How about 352 Radio Graffiti? You got Ghost Bullies Autistics. Look, no, that's a bunch of crap. Hey, look, we're not hearing that crap again, you stupid autist. Just sit there and shut your stupid stinking face. All right? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Phony Radio Graffiti. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, all right? All right, I'm talking about practicing satanic, pedophile, cannibalistic magic. Satan is good.
You think you're hot shit, don't you? You think
No, don't mix me with that Podesta crap, you sick prick. Don't you dare. Don't you even dare. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
And now for the worst part of the entire story. After 3 or 4 minutes of her just lying on me to no avail trying to push her off, Dippa just lets off the world's biggest, foulest, most rotten fart. Lanterns, I got a doopy some poopy. Oh shit, literally. Me squirming, trying to get her off of me to no avail, and then she literally starts pooping on top of my dick. Like shit is actually leaking.
Oh man, you sick, twisted prick. I mean, do you see what calls up here, folks? And listen to that feminine vernacular being prominent in that fruit bowl voice, for Christ's sake. Anonymous Radio Graffiti is if you're confident, you dress well, and you taking the gloves off, baby, and punching him right in the face, bare knuckle. What the hell was that about, for Christ's sake, man? 716 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I don't know what's with all the fork stuff. I just want to spoon you, baby.
Oh, God, man, no. Take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack with that talk. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name.
Oh, yeah, that's great. 518 Radio Graffiti. Ghost is autistic. Well, shut up. You took too long. 507 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, this is Donald J. Trump. I was wondering, is your wife a digital whore or a real whore?
Yeah, you sound horrible. That's not even close to being Trump. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
You know, sometimes I wonder if I wouldn't have been better off just being born a guy instead of a stupid girl.
Well, it's good you know that about yourself.
We are different in many ways. Doesn't matter if you're a boy, girl, or somewhere in between.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Are you kidding me? Look, one more and we're getting out of here, all right? 971 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, Christ, no!
And nothing of value was lost.
You know what, you stupid. That's it. You know what? That's it. You know what, assholes? You know what? Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Stick a goddamn fork in me. I'm done with this forked up show. This is a real forked up show, and it's all because of you pricks. Fork you.